Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet.
Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Drama on this Thursday, Casey press photographer from 82 years ago, calling all cars from 91 years ago. The Adventures of Frank Merriwell, which is only from 77 years ago, but goes all the way back to the turn of the century. Edward Arnold's Mr. President from 76 years ago, which goes back even farther than that. And we'll wrap it all up with another episode of Claudia. That's coming up on this Thursday, 26th day of February, 57th day of the year, 308 days left in 2026. President Lincoln signed the National Currency Act into law on this date in 1863. The first pneumatic subway opened in New York City on this date in 1870. An act of Congress established much of the Grand Canyon as a national park on this date in 1919. The Grand Teton National Park, created on this date in 1929. UK Prime Minister Winston Churchill announced his nation had an atomic bomb on this date in 1957. The last radio broadcast of Dragnet, apart from our show, on this date back in 1957. In 1966, the first flight of the Saturn 1B rocket in NASA's Apollo program. Secretary General U Thant signed UN proclamation on this date in 1971 of the vernal equinox as Earth Day. President Nixon ended his historic talks with Zhou Enlai on this date in 1972 with his departure from Peking for Shanghai. The president talked about the accomplishments of his China trip.
The primary goal of this trip was to reestablish communication with the People's Republic of China after a generation of hostility. We achieved that goal.
Now, it was on this date, also in 1972, that Senator Edmund Muskie stood in the snow in front of the offices of the Manchester Union Leader, a conservative New Hampshire newspaper, and attacked publisher William Loeb for an item about Muskie's wife, Jane.
By attacking me, by attacking my wife, he has proved himself to be a gutless coward.
At the time, Muskie was the Democrat presidential frontrunner. Many believe the tears he appeared to shed during this statement cost him the nomination. In 1987, the 300-page Tower Commission report on the Iran-Contra affair released, portraying President Reagan as being misled and remote enough to allow staff members to organize and trade arms to Iran for hostages in Lebanon. Congressman Charles Schumer, Chucky Schumer of New York, told his colleagues the report makes the truth stranger than fiction.
This report's got spies, arms smuggling, beautiful secretaries, and international intrigue. All the makings of a great Hollywood movie script. Unfortunately, it's real life, and it's at the White House.
And I have to tell you that hearing Chuck Schumer rail about this back in 1972 and realize that he is still in Congress to this day and that he has not been term limited out, nor have the people of New York turned him out. I mean, I honestly think that all the years he has spent in Congress, I don't think anybody should be in Congress that long, to be honest with you. 1987, and I'm not just saying that because he's a Democrat. I'm saying it because, to me, 54 years in between the House and the Senate, that ought to be long enough, don't you think? In 1991, on Baghdad Radio, Iraqi leader Saddam Hussein announced the withdrawal of Iraqi troops from Kuwait. In 1993, in New York City. Now understand, this is 8 years before 9/11. In New York, a truck bomb parked below the North Tower of the World Trade Center went off, killing 6 and injuring over 1,000. A woman was in the subway at the time of the explosion, and she described the scene.
I was basically scared for my life. Many people were crying. Some people fell. Some people fainted. We were trying to help this lady that was about to faint. We helped her up the stairs. But there were so many people, so many different reactions, but I was basically afraid for my life.
Now, as we said, the towers would be destroyed on September 11, 2001. This was in 1993. At the Houston Astrodome on this date in 1995, singer Selena performed in her last concert before she was killed. In 2004, the U.S. lifted the ban on travel to Libya, ending travel restrictions to the nation that had lasted for 23 years. In a case that drew national attention on this date in 2012, 17-year-old Trayvon Martin shot and killed in Sanford, Florida, during an altercation with Neighborhood Watch volunteer George Zimmerman, who said he acted in self-defense. Martin was going for his gun. Now, outrage grew at rallies through the weeks that followed.
Justice for Trayvon! Justice for Trayvon! Justice for Trayvon! Justice for Trayvon! Justice for Trayvon!
A jury acquitted Zimmerman of second-degree murder charges. They got the justice. Now, following an awkward mix-up on this date in 2017, Moonlight won Best Picture at the 89th Academy Awards. After being handed the wrong envelope, presenter Faye Dunaway initially announced La La Land won the award. Well, La La Land producer Jordan Horowitz had to set the record straight.
Guys, I'm sorry. No, there's a mistake. Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture.
And I gotta tell you, the award shows are a disaster. And they keep doing them, so, But less and less people watch. Passing away on this date in history, Bosley on Charlie's Angels, David Doyle. Comedian Bill Hicks. For People's Court, the original judge, Joseph Wapner. And in what was a weird case from Buffy and Gossip Girl, Michelle Trachtenberg, who died at such a young age. Birthdays on this date of those who are no longer with us include the greatest, Jackie Gleason.
I have a plan that can't miss. One of these days. One of these days. Pow! Right in your kiss. Hum. Lord! Come on down. You're right, Alice. You're regular right. Hope they like those jokes on the moon, because that's where you're going. I have a big ball! Bang! Zoom! Baby, you're the greatest. My father left home when I was 6 or 6.5, and my mother died when I was very young. So I needed love and approbation and all those other things. And what better way to get them than on the stage, where maybe 2,000-3,000 people all laugh at once or applaud at the same time. That gives you a great feeling. If you see me coming down the street, get on the other side.
When you come down the street, there ain't no other side.
Wonderful, wonderful performer, Jackie Gleason, born on this date in history. Also born on this date, the writer Victor Hugo, the clothing designer Levi Strauss, Buffalo Bill, the pioneer officer and hunter, Fred Mertz on I Love Lucy, and Bub on My Three Sons, William Frawley, born on this date, taken from us much too soon, even though he was nearing 80 when he passed. Tex Avery, the cartoonist, Dane Clark, the wonderful actor. You hear him here on Classic Radio Theater, doing Crime and Peter Chambers. Robert Alda, Mason Adams. You hear him in so many of these great old radio shows. Tony Randall, Betty Hutton, game show host Tom Kennedy, Fats Domino, Found My Thrill, and Johnny Cash. All born on this date in history, they are all performing on an entirely different stage.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
My list of those who are still with us is very short today. Mitch Ryder of the Detroit Wheels, 81 years old today, and singers Michael Bolton, 73, and Erykah Badu, 55. And that's all I've got of people who were born on this date in history who are still with us. If this happens to be your birthday...
Hi, we're the Four Freshmen, and we just want to say, Happy birthday to you!
Ancient aphtheria and Rome can help your gut. That's what the folks at Professor B's Digestive Aid tell us, and we hope you will check it out. profbees.com, profbees.com. Use the promo code Wyatt, and you will learn all about it there. Check it out. Using the promo code helps you save 10% if you decide to buy something, and it also supports the podcast. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you're tired of eating handfuls of Tums and Rolaids, if you're tired of using prescription medication, check out Professor B's Digestive Aid. It could be just what you're looking for. profbees.com, promo code Wyatt. That's profbees.com, promo code Wyatt. Casey, press photographer, the precursor, which is actually the same thing, Casey, crime photographer from 82 years ago, comes up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, make tomorrow your D-Day. Get an extra bond for defense. Step into any bank or post office and buy yourself a profitable share in America's future. As an investment, bonds are better than ever. They can help you save safely, conveniently, and profitably. So whether you already buy on the payroll savings plan where you work or the bond-a-month plan where you bank, get an extra bond for defense tomorrow.
Beginning in July of 1943 and continuing until its conclusion in 1955, Casey, crime photographer, which was originally crime photographer, and then Flash Gun Casey, and Casey press photographer, which is what you're going to hear today, created by novelist George Harmon Cox, no relation. It was in pulp magazine Black Magic, novels, comics, radio, film, TV, legitimate theater, and Flash Gun Casey, crime photographer for the Morning Express, with the help of reporter Ann Williams, who was played by Jan Miner and Leslie Wood. Of course, Jan Miner, you remember her primarily as Madge for the Palmolive commercials. That's what happens. But today you're going to hear a part of the second run of the show, and we're going to kind of hear it together. This is the first episode where it went from Flash Gun Casey to Casey press photographer, as we go back to February 26th, 1944. And this episode, The Clue in the Cloud.
Face the camera, please. Hold it. Thanks. Look for it in the Morning Express. Casey, press photographer. Columbia brings you another adventure of Casey, press photographer. Tonight and every Saturday at this time, Columbia invites you to follow Casey on his exciting assignment and to meet the strangely assorted people who pass in swift-moving parade before the shutters of his camera. Tonight, The Clue in the Cloud. In the quiet evening air, there suddenly comes a whirring of wings. It's a helicopter, apparently out of control. Like a giant bird, it flaps crazily about for a few minutes and then heads out to sea.
What is it?
Gee, it looks like a bird.
It's a helicopter.
It's a wild plane. It's out of control. It may fall.
Let it clear the sea.
Steady desk. Burke speaking.
Hey, Burke. Who is this, Casey?
Yes, it's Casey. Listen, there's an airplane loose over the city, a helicopter. Yeah, it's out of control. Something has happened to the pilot. It's headed out to sea. The Coast Guard is trying to get the plane in the air to follow it now.
Oh, yeah? Where are you?
Well, I'm at the Blue Note.
I thought so. Now, listen, Casey. Go home and sleep it off. I'll see you in the morning.
Now, listen, are you inferring
Yeah. You ought to know better than to phone me in that condition. Now, go home and go to bed.
Oh, stop it, Burke. I'm as sober as you are. I tell you, this is a story.
Okay. So it's a story. What do you want me to do? Stay up all night waiting for you to get it?
Oh, that's swell, Chief. I knew I could count on you. We're going down to the Coast Guard headquarters now and get all the dope we can. Maybe some pictures.
Who's with you?
Ann Williams.
All right, you crazy loon. But this had better be good. If that helicopter turns out to be a Halloween witch on a broom, you shot your last picture for me. You get that?
Get it? I know it by heart. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Helicopter.
But I'm telling you, Burke, it fell into the sea like a millstone and disappeared.
Well, Casey, if 4,000 other people hadn't seen it, I wouldn't believe it. Whose plane was it?
The police say it was John Hampton's. He had the only helicopter around here.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Flew it in from his estate to the top of his office building every day.
Our pioneer air commuter.
And he's missing, huh?
Yep, he and Mrs. Hampton both.
Well, take that stuff you've got to a rewrite man. Have one of the boys fix up an obituary. We've lost one of our leading citizens in a plane accident. And that's that.
Now, listen, Burke.
Casey doesn't think it was an accident.
No, for Pete's sake. And why not?
Burke, I think that dive into the ocean was planned. There's something phony about this story, and I want to track it down.
All right. What do you want to do? Go chasing geese again?
You better let him, Burke.
Someday, Casey, you'll go out and cover a story that I want covered. Now, go on. Get out of here.
Thanks, Burke. Burke, I'll tell you, I'll make a bet with you. If I'm right about this, the drinks are on you. And right now I'm going over to John Hampton's offices to see what I can find out.
Oh, you better take Williams with you. She'll just sit around and sulk till you get back.
Oh, gee, both thanks.
Okay, Burke, we're on our way. You're, Miss Gray, aren't you? Miss Matilda Gray?
Yes, I was Mr. Hampton's secretary.
Yes, what we want is material for a little story on Mr. Hampton. You think you can help us?
He was a wonderful man. Everybody admired and respected Mr. Hampton. I don't know what else I can say.
He owned this building, didn't he?
Yes, the Hampton Importing Company occupies the top 3 floors. He liked the idea of having his office here in the penthouse.
Mm-hmm. Is that the landing platform for his helicopter out there?
Yes, that's it.
You mind if I get a picture of it?
Not at all. Can you take it through the window?
Well, let's see. Yes, I think so. Yeah, good, thank you.
Now, could we have one of you, Miss Of me?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't look very...
Oh, you look swell. Look at this picture.
But that's Mr. Hampton's picture. No, I...
Paper, this is just for the record, you know. You picture of your boss, wouldn't you?
Yes. I guess so.
Okay, hold it. Thanks. Well, that's one you won't have to look for in the Express. Now, Miss Gray, what other interests did Mr. Hampton have?
Business interest? Anything at all. Well, he had a little commercial movie studio, the Aristocrat Film Company. But that's been closed up for 6 months.
Oh? Where's that?
At 292 Falmouth Street. They made shorts, commercial reels, and trailers. But it was only sort of hobby with Mr. Hampton, never made any money. Well, what do you know of Mr. Hampton's family and Mrs. Hampton? She was alone when she married John, Mr. Hampton. She had no living relatives, and he just had an uncle, Robert K. Hampton.
Oh, an uncle, eh? Where's he?
Well, he lived somewhere on an island in the Celebes Sea, now held by the Japanese, I understand. He was a sort of black sheep. Mr. Hampton hadn't heard from him for many years. Assumed he was dead or a prisoner until... Until? Well, maybe I shouldn't tell you this. But shortly before his death, a letter came from Australia. I didn't open it, but when Mr. Hampton read it, he seemed terribly upset. Then he told me it was from his uncle.
Do you have that letter now?
No, it seems to have disappeared.
And this was just before his death.
Yes, he may have had it in his pocket.
Miss Gray, this uncle, was he by any chance mentioned in Mr. Hampton's will?
He gets everything. All his money, the business, this building, everything.
Oh, Mr. Casey, this is all a terrible nightmare. I can't believe that he's gone. I don't know where to turn.
Oh, Miss Gray, it's all right. You mustn't break down. You need to rest a bit. Powder your nose. You'll feel better.
I'm all right. I'm sorry. If you'll just excuse me for a moment, I'll be right back.
Well, certainly, Miss Gray. I'm sorry we upset you.
Thank you. I'll be all right.
Casey, you know something?
Huh? What?
A clue. She was in love with her boss.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Never mind. Just take a woman's word for it.
What's the matter, young woman?
Nothing. That is, you gave me a start.
Why should I frighten you?
Well, you look like...
And if I may ask, who are you? What are you doing here? I'm just a reporter. And who is this young lady?
I'm a reporter, too.
What are reporters doing here? If you'll pardon me, sir, who are you? My name is Robert K. Hampton. I'm John Hampton's uncle.
So you think this uncle had something to do with Hampton's death, huh?
Well, look, a guy names the Black Sheep Uncle as beneficiary in his will and suddenly gets a letter from him.
From all reports, he's very upset by it.
And the next day packs himself and his wife off in a plane for a double suicide.
Lieutenant Logan pronounced it an accident.
Yeah, well, it doesn't add up to me. This uncle ties in somehow. Come on, Ann, I gotta think. Let's get out in the air.
The nice smoke-laden air of the Blue Note, I have no doubt.
Hi, Ethelbert.
Hiya, Casey. Hiya, Miss Williams.
Hello, Ethelbert.
What do you have?
One beer.
Same as usual for me.
Okay, beer and the usual coming up.
Hey, what are you reading, Ethelbert?
A book on victory gardening, I guess. My sister Edna gave it to me.
Oh, your sister Edna likes to read.
Yeah, she does. She don't drink much.
What's the name of the book?
5 Little Peppers and How They Grew.
Listen, why don't you read something interesting?
Like that death plane story of yours in the Express?
Something.
I'm following that, too.
Good.
Here's your beer.
Well, what's your opinion?
Well, I think it was a sort of chameleon of errors. I think this guy was planning to run away with some dame.
No?
He gets the plane all heated up for it when a heavily veiled figure sneaks into the cockpit beside him and gives him the nod to get going. Then he finds out that it's his wife and not his lady friend under the heavy drapes and that she's crossed him up. And by that time, he's so disgusted he dumps the whole thing in the drink.
On what do you base these deductions, Ethelbert?
Yes, mastermind. Tell us.
Quote, he who tries to fool his wife ends up playing the fool himself. Unquote.
You better stick to your books, Ethelbert, and leave the amateur detecting to Casey.
Yeah, and you know, Ethelbert, I wouldn't waste my time on 5 Little Peppers either. It's way over your head.
Well, to tell the truth, I'm having a tough time wading through it. You got any ideas?
Well, there's Gibbon's Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire.
They got that in a book already?
Sure.
Well, it just declined and fell last September.
Hey, look, Annie, you tell him. I'm going over and talk to Ernie.
Hiya, Casey.
Hi, Ernie.
Ooh, you look worried.
Yeah. Ernie, you got an old tune handy? Something for me to think by?
Sure.
That's good. Can't quite tag it, though.
Me and my shadow.
Oh, yeah, sure. Me and my shadow.
Yep. You know, that other self always under your feet?
Other self, huh?
Yep. You got another self. Now, one Casey has to stay here and work on the Express.
Yeah.
The other wants to fly away. Go deer hunting up in the woods somewhere.
Ernie, you got an uncle?
Sure, I got an uncle.
Well, look, if you knew he was coming to see you, would you want to fly away?
Well, I'd be tempted to.
Yeah, why?
because it mean that he was bringing his 8 kids along to live off of me.
Yeah, but the thought wouldn't make you want to kill yourself, would it?
Oh, Casey, why you gotta be so dramatic? Of course not.
Tell me, Ernie, what makes guys want to get away?
Oh, a dame, usually. I see them fly away from one and go right to another, leaving all their worldly goods behind them.
That's kind of costly, isn't it?
Yeah. Dames are costly. Now, if it was me now, I'd try to get the dame to fly away and leave my worldly goods to me.
Yeah. What?
I'd say it'd pay a fella better if he could get the dame to fly away and leave the worldly goods to you.
Ernie, I think you got something there. Yeah, thanks. Five Little Peppers and how they grew has got me puzzled. I'm in the 4th chapter already, and they ain't even started to spade the ground up. Hey, come on, Ann. I suddenly got a hunch.
Hey, where are we going?
Home. But tomorrow, we're going back and have another look at Uncle Robert K. Hampton.
You may come in now.
Thank you.
This is Mr. Robert K. Hampton. Miss Williams, Mr. Casey.
Yes, we've met before, briefly.
How do you do? Well, this is the young lady who was so startled yesterday when she first saw me.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hampton. It was just that you looked so much
I know. You were struck by my resemblance to my nephew.
Yes.
Well, I don't blame you. You know, I never realized how much he'd got to look like me until I arrived and saw his picture here.
Yes, it is a striking resemblance, sir. Your hair is gray instead of brown.
And, of course, he had a mustache.
Yeah, but anyone would take you for brothers otherwise.
I think they're quite different.
Well, after all, there were only 7 years difference in our ages. I was just a kid when my brother's son, John, was born.
Yeah, we were very sorry about what happened to your nephew, Mr. Hampton. These things are always kind of tough to take.
Yes, they are. But, of course, it wasn't entirely unexpected. You know, I thought John would probably come to some violent end. Why, even as a kid, he was always keyed up. Couldn't relax. Airplane notion. You should have taken things easier. Now look at me. I spent my youth bumming around the world. Never made much, but I had fun and got along. Then I found a spot where life was pleasant, and I settled down.
Where was that?
Jurang Island, near Borneo. Paradise. Simply paradise. That is, until the Japs came along. Then I somehow managed to get out. Just by the skin of my teeth, too.
Exciting.
Yes. Now, well, here I am. You see, everything worked out pretty well.
Yes, thanks to John Hampton, who spent his whole life...
That's right. You were saying?
I'm sorry, Mr. Hampton.
Do you mind if I take some pictures, Mr. Hampton? My paper wants to run a feature on you and your nephew. You know, your vastly different lives and activities. You know, the Hampton who traveled the earth and the Hampton who stayed at home.
That's rather a good idea, Mr. Casey. Where would you like me? Beside this picture of John?
No.
Great.
Sorry.
Yes, I would if you don't mind. Let's try behind the desk there.
All right. How's this?
You'll pardon me, Mr. Hampton, but your hair's a little mussed. You know, with such striking gray hair as you have, you ought to have it looking its best.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll...
No, don't move. Miss Williams will arrange it.
Oh, all right.
Have you got a comb, Ann?
There's one right here in my bag. Now, just a second. There you are.
Thank you. Fine, that's it. Now, Mr. Hampton, hold it.
Want another?
I'm sure that one picture should be enough.
Miss Gray, if you please.
Well, we'll take one more. Just one more for good luck. Now, hold that just as you are, right there. Thank you.
Oh, but I'm afraid I'm in that one, too. Your camera was pointed right at me.
Well, we'll see when they're developed. Thank you both very much.
Thank you. You know, Mr. Casey, I'm somewhat of a camera fan myself.
No, that's so?
Yes, taken pictures all my life. I have some beautiful shots of Jurang Island. I was wondering if perhaps you couldn't print them along with the feature on my nephew and me. Not that I would want to monopolize the story, of course, no. But I only thought Well, it might set off the differences in us. More dramatically. You know, give it a little added color.
Yeah, sure. Sure, that might be an angle. Let's see the pictures.
Yes, well, I have a few small ones in my wallet here.
Uh-huh.
The Japs got most of my stuff, of course.
Oh, yes, I can imagine.
Let me see now. Yes, here's a nice shot. Mount Tonamau.
Oh. Hey, look at this, Ann.
Beautiful.
And this is a view of my backyard, so to speak, looking north.
Is that you in the hammock?
Yes, that's me. I used a self-timer. Set it and then ran and got into the picture. Used a flexo camera with f3.5 lens at 1/20th of a second.
It's not bad. What's this one?
That's me again. Same trick. That was taken from the front porch.
Looking south?
Yes.
That's lovely country. Looks almost like a stage setting.
I think perhaps we're boring these people, Mr. Hampton.
Yes, I'm afraid we are.
No, really, not at all. I'd like to use these pictures. They're exceptional shots.
And pictures always dress up a feature.
Well, all right. But you will be careful to return them to me, won't you? They're the only prints I have, and I treasure them beyond words.
Don't worry, I'll treat them with kid gloves.
Thank you, Mr. Casey.
Now, that's all right. Now, I think we better be pushing off. Time and deadlines wait for no man.
And no woman either. We're happy to meet you, Mr. Hampton, and we hope that you like it here.
I think I shall. Take good care of the picture.
Right. Look for them in the Morning Express.
Fine, thank you.
Goodbye. I don't like that young man. He's too clever.
Now, darling, take it easy. After all, he's only a newspaper photographer.
Are you sure this article on you is a good idea?
Of course. We'll need it. Why do you think I went to all that work to get those pictures? The public must be convinced, too. Now, don't worry, my dear. There'll be no slip-up.
There better hadn't be. Not after 11 years of planning and waiting.
Now that those people have the pictures, I'll set fire to the evidence.
You mean burn the negatives?
There are little fires and big fires.
Oh. You mean...
Yes. Tomorrow night, a nice big fire.
Let's see that negative, eh?
Here you are. Yes, sir. That I call a nice layout.
Yeah. Pictures look pretty good, huh?
My article's all right, too. You know, someday I must teach you how to read.
Oh, yeah. Say, these of Churang Island came out really bright and clear, didn't they? Hey, Ann, look at this.
What?
You notice anything strange about those two shots taken in Hampton's front and back yards?
No.
Well, I do. Look. Look at this bank of clouds here. It looks sort of like a face, doesn't it?
Oh, sure. It looks like my Aunt Sophie.
Now, quit clowning. Look at it close.
I'm looking.
Well, now, that's supposed to be a view looking north.
That's right.
Well, here's exactly the same formation in the view looking south.
Well, that's queer.
Queer. It's a physical impossibility. There haven't been two cloud formations exactly alike since the first day of creation.
Well, then these scenes were fake.
Yeah, they were beautifully fake. You know, I thought Hampton froze a little when you made that crack.
Which crack?
About those pictures looking almost like a stage setting. No, Annie, Hampton gave us these pictures for the paper for a reason. He wants everyone to see them. He wants everyone to think that he has lived all these years miles away from here. And that he arrived here just in time to have a pot of gold fall into his lap.
Oh, that's a little too neat, isn't it?
Yeah, these pictures are all he's got to prove he wasn't here all the time.
Well, if he was here, how do we know he didn't murder John Hampton? He had the motive, all right. The will gives him everything.
Yeah, and right under John Hampton's feet. Hey, who said something like that? Ernie. That's right, me and my shadow. Annie, I think I got it. Quick, let me look at your comb.
Well, sure, Casey. Well, here, but what on earth's the matter?
Hey, wait a minute. Here, look at this. A hair. A lone gray hair. I gotta take this down to Logan and have him run some tests on it. I'll see you back here in about an hour.
Well, here are your pictures of Hampton, the ones we didn't print.
Yeah, thanks. I just wanted to check on them. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Look, Burke. This one of Hampton with Miss Gray in the background. You see this?
Yeah.
And what a sugar-coated look she's got on her puss.
Hey, let me see.
Don't she look like a mother whose son has just been made president of his class or something?
She in love with this guy?
Of course not.
You sure, Ann?
Well, she just met him.
Uh-huh. You swore she was in love with her boss.
That's right, and a woman like that couldn't be in love with two men.
Why not?
Because she's the perfect one-man-woman type.
Uh-huh. That's all I wanted to hear. I got a theory on this case, and this just about puts a pin on it. Come on.
Hey, where are we going?
We got a little job of breaking and entering to do. We're going to crash the deserted studio of the Aristocrat Film Company. I think I just about got it.
Isn't this a tiny little bit illegal?
I can fix that with Logan. He and I are just like that. There we are. Come on, we got to work fast.
Oh, spooky, isn't it?
Where'd I light a match? See any light switches around here?
Wait a minute. Here's one.
That's better. Oh, so this is the Aristocrat Movie Studio, huh?
And a fine place to bring a young girl in the dead of night.
Annie, you see those crates over there?
Yeah?
I'll bet you 10 to 1 they're full of prop palms, grass mats, and tropical foliage. Let's see.
All right. Mr. Casey, your intuition is appalling. I'm glad I didn't cover that bit.
Uh-huh. Artificial flowers, trees, rocks, leaves. Everything you need to build up a nice little South Sea Island setting right here.
Uh-huh. You mean Hanson could have sneaked in here alone, arranged a beautiful little tropic setting, and taken pictures all over the place?
Not only could have, he did, with a self-timer. And by changing the bushes and foliage around, he got the so-called view from his front porch and the one from his back porch.
Well, where's the sky with a funny cloud formation?
It's hanging right over your head. Look up.
All those big hanging things?
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those. Those are background, you see, held up there by these ropes tied right here.
Oh, which, these?
Hey, look out. You want to kill us both? You pull that knot and all those heavy drops will crash down on our heads.
Oh, sorry. I only thought you might want to get them down to see if you could find the one with the cloud.
Yeah, but we'll have to snub the rope around his peg and have to drop down gradually. Those things are heavy.
Put your hands up, Casey.
Hampton.
He's got a gun.
And you too, Miss Williams.
Oh, yes, sir.
You seem surprised to see me, Mr. Casey. Why? You forget that I own this studio now? It's rather I who should be surprised. What are you doing here?
We're looking for Churang Island. And you?
I came to burn this place down. For a reason that you may have already surmised.
Yeah. You didn't want anyone to find out where you made those phony pictures, did you?
No, and I don't want you to tell them. And you won't if you and your charming lady friend should get trapped here and cremated.
There's rather an ugly name for that. Murder.
A murder is not a murder until it's proven so. But before I kill you, I want you to tell me something.
Yes, I expected that. Most murderers are very cautious to know where they slipped up. All right, I'll tell you, Mr. John Hampton.
Oh. You guessed that, too.
Of course. You're not Robert K. Hampton. There never was any Robert K. Hampton. You never fled from the Japs on Churang Island. You picked that place because it would be impossible to check your story. This whole thing was arranged between you and Miss Matilda Gray. You planned this for years and been in love with her for years.
Go on.
You drew your will to a fictitious uncle and probably faked up enough credentials so that you could appear to be that uncle.
And then when the time came, all you had to do was drug your wife, put her in a helicopter.
There was just enough fuel to get over the ocean and set the controls and let her go.
Don't you think the plan was clever?
Fiendishly clever. And it was clever of you to spend 10 years working out your disguise. Most criminals try to change their identity by putting on a disguise. You achieved a change by taking one off. One you'd worn for 10 years. You shaved your mustache, bleached the dye out of your hair, and then came down here and took a few pictures of yourself in a tropical setting. Then, the very next day, you turned up as the long-lost uncle, inheriting all your own money and in a position to marry Miss Matilda Gray.
I fooled everyone but you, Mr. Casey. Tell me, why did you suspect me?
Well, being a photographer, maybe I looked too closely at your pictures. And you made the mistake of using the same sky in all of them.
Oh. Clever of you to notice it.
Well, you slipped up on one other little thing, too. Your hair. Remember when I combed it for you, Mr. Hampton?
Yes, under the police microscope, a strand of your hair still showed traces of brown dye.
It those little things, Mr. Hampton.
Perhaps. And then, of course, you should never have let me get a picture of Matilda Gray off guard. For although she treated you badly and seemed to hate you, her love showed up in the face as plainly as though it were written there.
Very interesting.
And as Anne told me, a woman like Matilda Gray couldn't love two men. It turned out she didn't. Both men were you.
Quite right. Now, before you have a chance to turn this story over to the police, I'm afraid I shall have to shoot you both.
I wonder if you'd mind shooting me first. The sight of blood, you know.
You can't afford to joke, Miss Williams.
Oh, no. I don't want to be too near. May I stand over there by those ropes?
Wherever you wish.
Thank you.
Good girl, Annie. Good girl. Boy, that dude is... Okay, I got his gun. Wow, that drop sure beat him.
Is he breathing?
Yeah. But he won't know it for an hour or so. Gee, kid, nice going.
Well, darling, you told me not to pull that knot, and...
Annie, this was an inspiration. I could just about kiss you.
Oh, so I've got to save your life to deserve one stingy little kiss.
Well, boys and girls, day of days. The drinks are on first.
Now, wait a minute, Casey. My bet was with you. You can't do this to me.
Can't I, though? Hi, Ethelbert.
Hi, Casey, Miss Williams. Well, Mr. Burke, this is a surprise.
Yes, well,
Burke's buying the drinks, Ethelbert.
Wow, what'll it be?
Hello, Ethelbert.
Oh, hello, Grace. What'll it be, Miss Williams?
Double martini.
A double?
2 olives.
And the usual for me. A double.
Now, wait a minute, Casey.
And a double scotch for Ernie at the piano, too.
Hey, go easy, Casey.
One for his shadow, yeah. And one for you, Ethelbert, and a double for Grace.
Hey, Casey.
And see what the boys in the back room will have, too.
And what would you like, Mr. Burke?
Oh, please, Ethelbert. How much is sarsaparilla?
Well, as Carrie Nation once said, quote, he who partakes only of nature's liquor has the pleasure of remaining sober and paying the check, unquote.
You've been listening to Casey, Press Photographer, played by Staats Cotsworth, a new series of adventure programs based on the fictional character created by George Harmon Cox. Casey, Press Photographer is directed by Albert Ward and produced for Columbia by John Deese. Tonight's story was written by Charles Holden. Join us again next week at the same time for another swift-moving story of Casey, Press Photographer. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
By the way, the show did go to TV for a short period of time. 57 episodes over 2 seasons over on CBS, based on the radio series. TV series didn't go quite as well as the radio series. Jan Miner carried over. Richard Carlisle was originally Casey, and which, by the way, Casey's his last name. His name is actually Jack Casey, or Flash Gun Casey, as they would call him. Darren McGavin took on the title role. McGavin, not complimentary of the television show, he was quoted by DarrenMcGavin.net as saying the cast of Crime Photographer didn't go down fighting. They took off for the hills. It was so bad it was never rerun. And that's saying something when you recall the caliber of TV programs in the day. But the radio program's fun, and we enjoy it, and there you hear Staats Cotsworth again. Matt Crowley originated the role. For a brief period of time, believe it or not, Jim Backus played the role. But we know who did it best, and that's Staats Cotsworth, as you're hearing here. Casey, Crime Photographer, as it was originally broadcast all the way back on this date, February 26, 1944, 82 years ago today. Coming up next, we'll go back even farther, 91 years, for an episode of Calling All Cars.
The crusade for freedom is a crusade for your freedom and mine. The truth dollars people send the crusade for freedom help preserve our own freedom, even as they get the truth and hope to people behind the Iron Curtain. Truth dollars help finance Radio Free Europe and Radio Free Asia, the most effective weapons Western democracy has for countering lies and distortion. Send your contribution to the Crusade for Freedom, care of your local postmaster. That's Crusade for Freedom, care of your local postmaster.
William N. Robeson cut his teeth on this particular show. It ran from 1933 to 1939, and he did a lot of the writing of the show, did some of the production, and produced the show for the Rio Grande Oil Company, California, Arizona, Nevada, so it aired on the west coast of the U.S. It was really one of its better shows of the time, and it shows you where Robeson got started. We're going to go back 91 years to February 26, 1935, Calling All Cars and the California two-man crime wave.
Calling All Cars, a presentation of the Rio Grande Oil Company.
San Francisco Police calling all cars. Attention all cars, broadcast 66. Wanted for bank robbery. 2 men. Wore mask. No other description. These men are armed and dangerous. That's all.
Oakland Police, attention all cars, new city orders. Use only Rio Grande cracked gasoline for all emergency equipment.
Merced, California, effective immediately. All Merced police cars and fire engines have switched to Rio Grande cracked gasoline.
Calling all Berkeley police cars. Rio Grande cracked gasoline has been specified by the city of Berkeley for all police, fire, and emergency equipment.
Arizona calling. Attention all Maricopa County Sheriff's cars and emergency equipment. Maricopa County insists that Rio Grande cracked gasoline be used exclusively.
Los Angeles Police calling all cars. Because our city has found that Rio Grande cracked gasoline is faster, more powerful, and more economical, we have awarded the Los Angeles City gasoline contract to Rio Grande for the 3rd consecutive year. That is all.
Tonight it is our pleasure to present Chief James E. Davis of the Los Angeles Police Department. Chief Davis.
Good evening, friends. One of the most interesting and mystifying oddities of police work is the strange mental quirks which so dominate the personalities of certain unfortunates, that they would rather dedicate themselves to a life of crime than one of respectability, in a world offering them every opportunity for success. This type of criminal is a difficult one with whom to deal. He is more intellectual than the usual criminal type. He believes that only fools work, and he sets out to collect the living he feels the world owes him. But he never succeeds in gaining a safe, easy life. No criminal, no matter how momentarily successful he may be, achieves safety or contentment. This drama indicates more forcibly than words how true this is.
It is just an hour before closing time at the Western State Bank in Los Angeles. One of the tellers notices a well-dressed young man approach the window and then seem to change his mind. The teller, seeing that the newcomer is hesitant, is about to speak when suddenly the young man walks up to him.
Keep your mouth shut and shove those banknotes under the grill. And you'd better hurry or let go of this bottle.
Say, what is this?
It'll make you any more careful. I might tell you there's enough nitroglycerin in this little bottle to blow everybody in this bank to pieces. So just keep smiling and look as though nothing were wrong, and hurry up.
Yes, sir. Here you are, sir.
Thanks. You're a smart young fella. Now, if you'll just be smart enough to keep quiet until I get out of here, you'll probably continue to live for a long time.
The polite young man walks calmly out of the bank, steps into a car at the curb, and drives off. But the teller in the bank has not waited for him to get far before he notifies the police and gives a perfect description. 15 minutes later, the bandit is stepping out of his car in front of his house when a police car draws up alongside and two policemen leap out with guns in their hands.
Wait a minute, young fellow. What's your hurry?
Why, I'm in no hurry. What do you fellas want?
Well, I think you know well enough what we want. Where's the money?
Hey, what the devil are you talking about? I don't know anything about any money.
Well, we'll just take a look through your pockets, and then maybe you'll have a different story to tell.
Now, wait a minute here. I don't know what you're trying to prove, but I can assure you that I'm not going to stand here and let you search through my clothes. I haven't done anything.
Now, isn't that just too bad? Bill, be very careful that you don't soil this gentleman's suit when you look in his pockets. We wouldn't want to do that, would we?
No, I should say we wouldn't. Now, mister, if you'll just stand quiet for a minute till I see what you got here. Oh, well, nice crisp banknotes and a Western States Bank mackerel band around them, huh?
Well, what do you say to that now, young fella?
Well, is there anything wrong in having some money in your pocket? I just drew that from my account at the bank.
Just drew it from your account at the bank, eh? Well, I'm afraid you'll have little use for it for a while to come. All right, Bill, let's give this banking gentleman an escort to the police station. I'm sure the chief would just love to meet him.
Now, listen, you're making a big mistake about this. When you get me to the station and I tell them who I am, it'll go pretty hard with you. My father's a good friend of the chief.
Is that so? Well, maybe you and the chief can have a nice little chat, and then we'll all go over and have dinner together. That'd be nice, wouldn't it, Bill?
Well, I'd be delighted.
Now, one of these days, you smart cops are going to laugh out of the other side of your face.
A few minutes later, at police headquarters, the suspect, still loudly proclaiming the fact that it's going to be tough on the officers when he sees the chief, is ushered into the chief's office.
Well, Brown, what's the trouble?
We got a young fellow with us who seems to feel that we've done a terrible thing to arrest him. Maybe he'd like to tell you what it's all about.
What's he charged with?
Bank robbery. He walked in about an hour ago and lifted $1,000 from the teller in the Western States Bank. We got a call on it, and from the description of the car he drove off in, we were able to pick him up 15 minutes after he'd pulled the job. He still had the money on him.
What have you got to say to this?
Oh, these cops are crazy, Chief. I told them where I got the money, but they didn't believe me.
Where did you get it?
Well, I drew it out of a savings account. I was going to buy an automobile and take a trip.
I see. Well, that ought to be easy enough to prove. I'll just check with the bank, and if they say you have an account, everything will be all right. What name is the account under?
Why, Summers. George Summers.
Brown, will you put a call into the bank and check that name? You'd better have the teller who saw the man take a run over here. Yes, sir, I'll do it. Sit down, Mr. Summers.
Thanks.
What business are you in?
Well, I'm connected with a brokerage office.
Oh, a broker. How's business this year? I'd heard things weren't so good on the market.
Oh, I don't know. I don't suppose things are any better than they were last year.
Well, you must have done pretty well to be able to afford a new automobile.
New automobile? Oh, yes, a new automobile.
You hadn't forgotten about it, had you?
No, of course not.
Why don't you give up, Summers? You pull that job and you haven't any account with the bank. Now, why don't you save yourself a lot of trouble and stop lying?
I'm not lying. Why would I want to lie?
You're pretty cool, aren't you? Well, that's all right with me. As soon as Brown is checked with the bank, it won't be necessary for you to tell me anything. Only I thought that you might want to tell me about it before the others got back. You don't look like a criminal, Summers. You look like a college man. Why the devil did you want to go around holding up banks?
I didn't want to go around holding up banks. And if you think you can make me say something incriminating, you're crazy.
Okay, have it your own way.
Well, I got the dope for you, Chief.
Fine, come in.
There's no account listed under the name of George Summers. They never heard him.
I see. Did you speak to the teller?
Yes, and he's on his way over here now.
Thanks, Brown, that's all.
Yes, sir.
Well, Summers, what have you got to say to that?
Well, I don't suppose there's anything much I can say, is there?
Why in the deuce were you so bound and determined to stick to that crazy story of yours when you knew the bank would deny it? Just want to be more trouble to the police?
Oh, I don't know. This is the first time I've ever done anything crooked. I guess I sort of hoped to talk my way out of it. I could always talk my father out of giving me a licking for something I'd done wrong, and, well, I guess I thought I could do it with you.
Well, maybe now that you know you can't, you'll tell me all about it, right from the start.
Well, I work for my father, and he only pays me $25 a week. I figured that I could make a bit of money from this job and then quit. I didn't mean to make a habit of it.
You weren't satisfied with your wages, eh? Well, that's certainly too bad. I'm afraid the state pays a lot less when they're boarding you at San Quentin.
Well, they can't send me to San Quentin for this, can they?
They not only can, but I can assure you they will.
In the trial, it develops that the name Summers is an alias, the real name being James Stanley. As this is his first offense, he is sentenced to San Quentin with a recommendation for parole at the end of 1 year. Stanley is a model prisoner. At the end of the year, he is released and returns to his home in Los Angeles. His father offers him his old job. And for 2 months, father and son carry on business with perfect harmony. But suddenly, the serenity of the elder Stanley is once again given a jolt when at the end of the week he discovers money missing from the company's safe. Refusing to believe that his son has taken it, he fires one of his employees and changes the combination on the safe. But at last, after changing the combination 5 times, after firing 5 employees, Mr. Stanley faces the realization that his son is the only possible guilty person. Sick with bitter disappointment over the weakness of his son, he waits until the rest of the staff have gone home and then calls him into the office.
Yes, Dad? What's on your mind?
James, I have something to say to you. Something that I've hoped and prayed and almost believed would never become necessary.
Why, what do you...
Wait. There's no use in your trying to deny anything. Nothing you can possibly say can do you any good. I want you to listen until I'm finished, and then you may do as you like. I'm an old man, James. I've had many bitter pills to swallow in my lifetime. Pills that I thought at the time were the worst I would ever have to take. And yet there's been one thing that I've fought for, one thing that's kept me going on, fighting to build a business to be proud of. That one thing, James, was you.
Yes, but
No,
Dad...
don't say anything until I'm through. I won't be long. My boy, you've been my one hope. I forgave you when you slipped the first time. I thought I knew you. And I've tried to delude myself by looking everywhere, anywhere but towards you during the last few months. I've discharged men who were faithful to me for years. And after all this, I find that there's only one answer. You've been stealing from my safe.
Now, wait a minute, Dad, I haven't.
You have. I've known inside me all the time that you were doing it, but my pride insisted that I was wrong. That no matter what was the case, you could never do such a low, sneaking thing to your own father. And now, I have only one more thing to say to you. You've taken all the faith that I have or will ever possess in human nature and destroyed it. And I want you to leave tonight. And I don't ever want to see or hear of you again. You've chosen your own way of living, well, follow it. But if I ever see you on the street, I shall not recognize you. To me, you are completely and forever a thing of the past. From this moment on, you are dead.
All right. All right, throw me out in the street and have a good time while you're at it. You think I'm going to cringe and crawl to you? Well, you've got another thought coming. I don't care if I never see you again. It suits me just fine. If you've paid me any sort of a decent salary, maybe I wouldn't have had to walk off with any money. But you're too cheap to give me more than just what's enough to keep me living. All right, I'm leaving. And one of these days you're going to hear about me, and hear plenty. I'm going to have money, and I'm going to have so much that I won't have to work another day in my life.
6 years roll by. 6 years in which Stanley becomes known to the police of the West as the Phantom Bandit. He is wanted by the San Francisco police for having perpetrated more than a score of daring holdups. 13 robbery victims identify a picture of James Stanley, alias George Summers, as the man that robbed them. The police of every western city are notified by police circulars to be on the lookout for him. But always he manages to stay out of jail. September 13th, 1928. The Lark, Los Angeles bound, is standing in a small watering station only a few miles from its destination. In the club car, a group of San Francisco and Los Angeles businessmen are discussing plans for the coming year. Golf, business, and the usual small talk of the smoking cars. Suddenly, the door at the end of the coach opens, letting in a blast of cold September air. 2 men and a woman step in. And the travelers find themselves looking into the business ends of 2 guns held by the men.
If you'll be so kind, gentlemen, as to just line up over there against the bar and put your hands above your heads, I assure you there'll be no violence. Now, I'd strongly advise you not to make any unusual noises that might attract the attention of the conductor. would be too bad if my friend and I had to shoot somebody.
Look here, man. You can't get away with this.
Shut up. Lydia.
Yeah?
Frisk those guys and let's get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, you've annoyed my friend. You know, if I were you, gentlemen, I think I'd do just as I was told. We'll only take a minute.
All right. I've got everything.
Okay, let's go.
Thank you, gentlemen, thank you. And I wish you all a very pleasant journey.
April 17th, 1929. Stanley and McNabb, California's two-man crime wave, clean out the Oakland Bank on College Avenue. Two months later, on June the 14th, the same daring pair stalk into the Bank of America, Shattuck Avenue and Dwight Way in Berkeley, cow 7 passengers into submission and walk out with $18,000. San Francisco police are completely baffled as to the identity of the bandits, but from witnesses managed to compile a fairly complete description. Every policeman on the force is warned to be on the lookout for them, but weeks pass and nothing is heard of the bandit pair. Then one day in the chief's office, the phone rings.
Hello?
Long distance for you, sir.
Very well, put them on. Hello?
Hello. This is Chief Waller of Vancouver.
Yes?
According to a circular I have here, you're looking for a George Summers for
That's
robbery.
right.
Well, Summers ordered a car to be shipped to him at San Francisco address. I thought you'd want to know.
That's right. What's the address?
2304 Leavenworth Street.
2304 Leavenworth Street. Right, and thanks a lot.
That's okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye. All right, boys. Here's something for you to do. Go out to this address and see if you can pick up this bird.
Detective Sergeants William McMahon, George Wall, Otto Meyer, and Robert Rower lose no time in getting to the address. They find it to be an apartment house, so McMahon decides to question the manager.
Jordan, what can I do for you?
We're looking for a person by the name of Summers. I understand he lives here.
And who are you?
We're officers of the law, and we want to see this man.
Well, there's no one here by the name of Summers.
Are you sure of that?
Positive.
That's mighty strange. I was told by a friend of his that I could find him here.
Well, you can't.
Very well. I guess we'll have to search the place if you won't tell us where we can find Summers.
Search the place, is it? But I tell you, I never heard of anyone of that name.
Well, I'm sorry, but I was told to find him, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. That is, unless you want to tell me what apartment he lives in.
If I tell you, will you promise not to tell on me?
Yes, I promise. Now, what's the number of the apartment?
204.
All right, boys, let's go up and take a look. Wall, you'd better stay down here with the switchboard, and if anybody asks for the key to 204, give us a buzz in the room.
Okay.
The rest of you fellows come with me.
Well, I hope we find something more than a deserted room. The chief on the rampage about those other robberies, I wouldn't dare face him without this bird.
Neither would I. 201. 204 must be down the hall a couple of doors. Yeah, here it is. Let's make sure we're alone before we walk in.
Sounds like nobody's home.
Right. Here, let me try my skeleton key on the door. Well, at least the fellow who lives here hasn't skipped. Look at those clothes in that closet. More suits than I've had in the last 10 years. Take a look in the bathroom while I look through this chest of drawers.
Okay.
Hey, Roy, come here.
What's up, Mike?
Will you take a look at what I found in this big drawer?
Well, for the love... Automatic shotguns and enough ammunition to keep the army going for a week. Hey, this bird must be expecting some trouble.
Maybe he's expecting to give some trouble. I think we better stick around here until this gent shows up. And when he does, I'm going to watch my step with him.
Yeah, you and me both. Well, shall we look around some more?
Might as well. I'll see what's in the closet, and you... Oh, wait a minute. I'll answer it. Might be for the guy who lives here, and we don't want to tip him off. Yes? Oh, yes, Wall. Huh? Okay. Stay down there and watch for anyone else.
What's up?
Mrs. Summers coming up.
What are you going to do?
Let her get inside. We'll hide in the bathroom and see what she does. Then we'll walk in and grab her.
Okay, let's get in there.
Can you see her? Yeah. She's got a package. And she's opening that drawer. She's put the package in it. Now, let's get her.
Stand where you are.
Who are you?
Officers of the law, ma'am. You're under arrest.
Under arrest? But I don't know what you mean. What are you doing in here?
We're waiting for your husband to show up. Now, we're all going to stay right here until he comes. You might as well take it easy and just be quiet. Where is he?
I don't know. I think he's out of town.
Out of town, huh? Well, when will he be back?
I don't know.
All right, we can sit here as long as it's necessary. What is that package you put in that drawer?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Now, look. I don't know how long we're going to have to wait until Summers gets here. But when he does, if you try to tip him off that we're here, I warn you right now that we're prepared to shoot it out. And I don't think it'll turn out so well for your husband.
Wait a minute, Mac. I think you hear someone coming down the hall.
Probably not coming here. Or Wall would have phoned us.
Hey, he is coming here. Quick, slide against the wall and get him when he opens the door.
Yo, anyone home?
Yeah, we're here. Put up your hand.
Hey, what is this?
You're under arrest, Summers.
Summers? My name ain't Summers.
No? Well, what is it?
That's none of your business.
I'm afraid you're wrong about that. You entered this room with a key. Where'd you get the key if you're not Summers?
Well, I've been staying here for a while, but I don't see what the devil you guys are doing here.
Well, stick around. You'll find out soon enough. Raw, frisk this man.
Hey, you can't do this.
What are you carrying this 38 for? Afraid somebody might hold you up?
Smart guy, ain't you?
Let's see what's in this pocket here. It sort of bulges. Well, Mac, will you look at this? A roll of banknotes big enough to choke a horse.
Where'd you get the money?
What's it to you?
It's all he's got on him, Mac.
All right. Put the cuffs on him. Mrs. Summers, who is this man?
I don't know his name, but he's not my husband.
You don't know his name, and yet he says he's been staying here. Come on, Mrs. Summers. Don't you think that's a bit ridiculous?
I don't know his name.
Oh, all right. I'll get it. Watch those two, Ron. Hello? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, Wall. You'd better come up, too. I might need you.
More company?
Yeah, Summers himself. Keep your eye on these two. I'll take care of Summers.
Right.
On your toes now. He's coming. All right, Summers. Put up your hands over your head.
What? Say, what is this, a stick-up?
No, this isn't a stick-up, Summers. You're under arrest. We've got your wife and your friend in the room here, so you might as well take it easy.
Oh, so you're a cop, eh? Well, all right, but take that gun out of my stomach. I'm not armed.
I'll believe that after I've looked for myself. What do you got in that package?
Laundry.
Looks pretty heavy for laundry. Put it down on the floor.
Okay.
Now come in here and stick out your hands. Let's see what's in this bundle. Laundry, eh? A nice brand new submachine gun. Raw, you and Myers take care of this bunch. I'm going to look around this room a bit more and see if I can find anything.
All right, come on, you three. Out to the squad car. Walk ahead of me and see that you behave yourselves.
Let's see. Where to begin? A trunk over there might be interesting. Holy smoke. It begins to look as though we'd stumbled on something a lot bigger than we thought. Wait till the chief sees this.
A few minutes later, McMahon walks into the chief's office with his discovery.
Chief, I think we've got the birds who've been doing the bank jobs. This Summers guy, his wife, and the other man I sent over. I found these in a drawer in a trunk in their room.
Yeah, let's see what you got there. Bank notes with an Oakland bank wrapper still on them, huh? Traveler's checks and canceled checks. McMahon, you're right. There's enough evidence here to send that bunch up for 15 years.
Summers, his wife, and their companion are grilled for hours, but none of them confesses to the charges. Summers gives one excuse after another. He says that a man gave him a suitcase and asked him to take care of it for a while. But when he found the currency and checks in it, he was afraid to do anything about it and hid everything in his trunk. The police relentlessly continue the questioning hour after hour. Finally, he breaks.
All right. I'll tell you all I know about it. But I want to know what you're going to do with my wife.
And it all depends on what you tell me.
Will you give her $100 if I tell you something?
Give your wife $100? What on earth do you want me to do that for?
Never mind. Will you do it?
All right. I'll do it. Now let's hear what you've got to tell me.
Well, if you'll send a couple of your men over to berth 48 at the yacht harbor, you'll find a boat over there named the Sovereign.
What's that got to do with you?
Well, I own it. McNabb, my wife, and I were all set to get out of here and beat it to the South Seas. We would have been gone in a week if your lousy cops hadn't have walked in. But that's the way it goes.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, Stanley. I thought there was something familiar about you. You're James Stanley, and your friend is Ethan McNabb. That right?
That's right.
Hey, where'd you collect McNabb?
Well, I met him after he got out of San Quentin. Seemed like a pretty smart guy, so we joined up.
All right, Stanley. We'll go over and take a look at that boat of yours. I'm afraid it won't do you much good for a long time to come.
Oh, I wouldn't be too sure about that. The fellow doesn't have to stay in Quentin if he knows his way around. I'll be out of there in a year.
Detectives are sent to the yacht harbor, and Stanley's story proves to be true. The yacht is stocked with enough food to last 30 days and carries a complete arsenal. From the harbor officials, they learned that the boat had sailed down from Vancouver, docking 4 days before, and had been bought by Stanley for $11,500. Stanley and McNabb are tried in the court of Superior Judge Homer R. Spence of Alameda County. Earl Warren, fighting district attorney of Alameda County, prosecutes the case himself and secures a conviction. On the day of July 17, 1929, the two men are found guilty of bank robbery and sentenced to Folsom for from 15 years to life. On September 7th of the same year, they are sent to Folsom, and the San Francisco police close the books. But Stanley and McNabb, determined that they will not stay in prison, make 2 attempts to escape, both unsuccessful. Then Stanley strikes up a companionship with a prisoner by the name of Marty Colson, one of the toughest men in the penitentiary. Together they plan a way to break out. Colson, while working in the machine shop, constructs a homemade gun out of a piece of pipe and pieces of junk material he steals from the shop. His continual boast to Stanley is that he'll never be taken alive. Finally, after months of preparation, Colson and Stanley are ready to go. They force their way into the office of the warden, and using the homemade gun as a threat...
Phone the warden and tell him to come over. And don't tip him off or I'll plug you, see?
All right, don't shoot. I'll ring him. Warden, you're wanted at your office on important business. Yes, sir. He'll be right over.
Good. When he gets here, he's going to find something that he didn't expect.
Marty, what's that?
They found out about us.
Well, what do we do? There'll be every guard in this place in here in a second.
We haven't got a chance in the world of getting out of
All right,
this.
well, what are we going to do then?
They won't give me a
Marty, where are you going?
Come on, Stanley, reach! That's better. Where's Colson?
Over there in the corner. He said you'd never get him alive. He
bumped himself off, huh? Well, Stanley, I guess this is the last time you'll get a chance to make a break. You're going to solitary.
James Stanley has been in solitary confinement ever since. McNabb, after several attempts to break out of Folsom, finally made a desperate attempt to scale the walls with handmade ladders. He was caught, but in the excitement, a guard was seriously wounded. Falling back on a rarely used law which reads, a life prisoner may be tried on a death charge following an attempt break in which assault is committed. The authorities tried McNabb and found him guilty. He was sentenced to hang by Judge Butler of San Rafael and transferred to the condemned row at San Quentin. There he managed to involve James McNamara, dynamiter of the Los Angeles Times, in an attempt to smuggle a piece of steel to one of his pals in the yard. Thus ends one of the most interesting cases in the history of bank robbing. Interesting because during the entire career of both McNabb and Stanley, they never had to fire a shot. They were both cool, smart criminals. But they, like all other lawbreakers, made the mistake of being too sure of themselves.
Thank you, Chief Davis. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Davis has just told you how the police departments of the West captured these criminals again and again. We have a mighty efficient police system. Police even specify the gasoline in their police cars so they can make greater speed. More than any other brand, police specify Rio Grande cracked gasoline. Wherever it is sold, it powers more police cars, fire engines, ambulances, and other emergency equipment because tests made by progressive cities like Los Angeles, Oakland, Berkeley, Merced, and Maricopa County, Arizona, have proved that the special cracking process makes Rio Grande cracked gasoline easier to start, speedier, more powerful, and more economical. And this is the same gasoline that you get from your neighborhood independent Rio Grande dealer. You get greater value for your money when you buy Rio Grande cracked with tetraethyl at no extra cost. And here's a bargain. At all Rio Grande service stations, an oversized quart of oil for a quarter. Sinclair Opaline oil in cans, the oil that made Sinclair world famous. Now only 25 cents a quart. with 2 ounces extra for good measure. The greatest motor oil value on the market.
San Francisco police calling all cars. Attention all cars. Cancellation broadcast 66. Suspects in this case now in custody. That's all.
This is Frederick Lindsley, speaking for the Rio Grande Oil Company.
And while Rio Grande is gone, Sinclair's still around. The connection between Rio Grande and Sinclair was something that, let's just say Sinclair is still the survivor. They're still with us today out of Salt Lake City. There you have it, the Calling All Cars, 91 years ago, February 26, 1935. Of course, back then, there were not a lot of search warrants done, and not a lot of other things done as well. So, let's roll on here and tell you tomorrow on the program, we will have comedy again for a Friday. Lum and Abner, Jack Benny, and Jack has a problem, his TV breaks, which gets ugly. The Aldrich family, and Henry decides to raise carrier pigeons. And an episode of X-1, jazz DJ Al Jasmo Collins in Real Gone. That's coming up tomorrow. Saturday, we'll have Gun Will Travel and Gunsmoke, and a Lux Radio Theater production of the World War II drama Guadalcanal Diary from 1943. Sunday, some crime with radio's outstanding theater of thrill suspense, The Story of the Screaming Woman from 1955. David Bryan as Mr. District Attorney in the final season of the show in syndication from 1953. Also a 1953 episode of Dragnet, The Big Want. And we'll have an episode of Quiet Please. Yes, Ernest Chappell, sketch for a screenplay. On Monday, we'll have Phil Harrison, Alice Faye, George Burns and Gracie Allen, Jack Benny, and Charlie McCarthy. And then on Tuesday, more comedy, Bob Hope recreating his screen role as the Paleface on the Screen Director's Playhouse from 1950. Sam Shovel in another Bud Abbott and Lou Costello program. Willard Waterman is the Great Gildersleeve, and another episode of The Aldrich Family. On Wednesday, we will have drama with The Man Called X, Herbert Marshall, and Dangerous Assignment, Brian Dunleavy. Nick Carter, Master Detective, starring Lon Clark, and another episode of Suspense from their final season, Doom Machine. And then a week from today, we will have the Lux Radio Theater, Panic in the Streets, starring Richard Widmark. Also another episode of Mr. President, and radio's, Passport to High Adventure with Escape from 1949, David Ellis in The Conqueror's Isle. That's all coming up the week ahead here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit us anytime to support the podcast at classicradio.stream. We're doing some nostalgia on today's drama, going back a long ways. We're going to go back close to the turn of the century. No, the show isn't, but the show's based there in The Adventures of Frank Merriwell. That's next.
Happy Birthday, America, a dramatic reading by Mary Alice Murphy. Happy birthday, America. Here's a kiss and a squeeze. Thank you a lot for your beautiful trees. You grew them real tall and put them in forest to help out the carpenters and the squirrels and the florists. Yes, thank you, America, for the trees in your hair. and for keeping them safe with Smokey Bear.
A public service on behalf of your state foresters, the Forest Service, and the Ad Council.
And Mary Alice Murphy.
From the bicentennial. And we're coming up on 250. All right, we're going to go back to turn of the century drama. Nostalgia from 1949. Yes, The Adventures of Frank Merriwell, starring Lawson Zerbe. This goes back, as I said, 77 years, February 26, 1949. The Unexpected Game. Why is it nostalgia? You'll figure it out fast.
An echo of the past, an exciting past, a romantic past, the era of the horse and carriage, gaslit streets, and free-for-all football games. The era of one of the most beloved figures in American fiction, Frank Merriwell. Merriwell is loved as much today as ever he was, and so the National Broadcasting Company brings him to radio in a new series of stories based on the famous books written by Gilbert Patton under the pen name Bert L. Standish. Today, The Unexpected Game. Yale's opening baseball game is just 1 week away, and the team is slowly rounding into shape. As our story opens, it's late Saturday morning, and Frank and Bart, along with the entire Yale squad, are finishing an intramural game under the watchful eyes of their coach.
Come on, Frank. Show these regulars they aren't as good as they think they are. Bring it right in here, boy. Just get it near the plate. I'll put it over the scoreboard. Here it comes, Bob. Hit it. Up and on. Nice catch. That's the game. All right, man. Nice work. Everybody over here on the double. A nice pitching in there, Frank. You only get the regular 3 hits. Well, I'm glad I don't have to face them every game. They're sure tough to get out.
All right, man. Let's quiet down now. Quiet down. Now then, that was a pretty good intra-squad game. But I don't have to tell any of you that if Frank hadn't been pitching for the Scrubs, it would have been a slaughter.
He sure kept them from digging in, Coach.
Even at that, they got 3 solid hits off him. I'm not worried about the way you varsity men are hitting, but I am worried about the Scrubs. If we're going to have any strength on the bench, you second stringers have got to begin meeting that ball. That's why I'm calling a special batting drill for this afternoon at 1 o'clock.
For the whole squad, Coach?
No, first stringers are excused. You're through for the weekend. That's all, men. Just be sure you second stringers show up at 1 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Oh, come on, Frank. Let's get out of these uniforms. Oh, wait a second, Bart. There's Enza. I want to tell her I can keep that lunch date with her at Mountain View Inn. Oh, sure. Hi, Enza.
Hello, Bart. Practice over already, Frank?
Yes, we have the rest of the weekend off.
Oh, that's wonderful. Then we can go out to the inn for lunch after all.
Well, we can if you remembered the reservation. It's a pretty popular place, you know.
Oh, yes. I reserved the table this morning, just in case.
Oh, good. I'll be with you as soon as I change clothes.
Oh, Merriwell.
Oh, Coach is calling you,
You're
Frank.
too hard.
Yes, sir. What's the trouble, Coach?
I forgot to tell you, I can't be here for the start of batting drill this afternoon, so I want you two to supervise it for me. Be here at 1 sharp, huh?
Oh, dear.
Oh, but Coach Frank just made it. All right, Bart. You don't mind, do you, Enza?
Well, no. No, it's all right, of course.
We'll be here, sir.
I knew I could count on you. See you later this afternoon, then.
I'm sorry, Enza.
Oh, that's all right, Frank. I know it must be important, or the coach wouldn't have asked you to be here. Besides, we can make the reservations for tomorrow instead.
Hey, but that means driving all the way out there again.
Oh, golly, that's right. They don't have a telephone, do they?
Oh, wait, I've got an idea. Oh, Bob Campbell. Come here a second, will you?
Oh, sure, Bart.
I heard Bob say he's having lunch with his father this noon. Maybe he'd like to use your reservation.
Well, that would be perfect. Then he could make the reservation for us tomorrow.
Oh, what's up? I was just going in to get dressed. Hello there, Enza.
Hello, Bob. How would you like to take your father out to Mountain View Inn for lunch today?
Well, I'd like to, but you need a reservation, and we haven't got one.
Well, Frank and I made one. You can use it if you'd like.
Only you'll have to make another one for us for tomorrow while you're out there. Oh, that sounds fair enough to me. It's a deal. I'll have to get dressed in a hurry. Thanks a lot, Enza.
Not at all, Bob.
So long, Bob.
Now, you two'd better get yourselves some lunch. From the looks of those scrubs, you'll have a hard day's work ahead of you.
Warren, get around on the ball.
Right, Frank. Here we go.
I want to see you a minute, Merriwell.
Hold it, Bart. Here comes his coach.
What's wrong with him? He looks worked up about something. Merriwell, look here. I just got this telegram up at the AA office.
Telegram, sir?
Yes, here, read it.
This is to confirm our game. Arriving on 2 o'clock train and will come directly to field, ready to play. Signed, H. Dietrich Coates.
Oh, what's this all about? I didn't know we had a game. Neither did anyone else, as near as I can find out. The telegram is from Middlebury College.
Middlebury? Oh, wait a minute. Did we have a game scheduled with them at any time, Coach? I seem to remember it.
We did have. Last year, when they came down here to play us, we held this year's date open for them. But about a month later, I canceled it. I wanted one more open date before we began our schedule.
Well, then, I don't see anything to worry about, Coach. If we cancel the game, we certainly aren't responsible.
Oh, wait a minute. Inza's sitting in the stands over here. She was working in the AA office last year. Maybe she knows something about it.
That's a good idea, Frank. I'll get her.
If she knows anything about it, she's the only one who does. I've asked everyone else in the office, and they all say the whole transaction was handled by Danny Gordon.
Well, that does complicate things. Danny graduated last year, and there's no way to get in touch with him. Well, don't worry, sir. We'll probably find it's just a mistake on Middlebury's part.
I hope so. Here's Miss Burridge. Let's hope she knows about it.
Did you want to see me, Coach?
I certainly did, Miss Burridge. You worked in the AA office last spring, didn't you?
Well, yes. I was helping the student manager, Danny Gordon. Why?
Well, do you know anything about this Middlebury game, Enza? The coach received this telegram from their coach.
Middlebury? Let me see. No, it doesn't mean anything to me.
You don't remember seeing a letter from us canceling this year's game?
Not that I remember. But if a letter was actually sent out, there would be a copy in the file.
Do you understand the filing system?
Oh, yes, of course. I set it up for Danny Gordon.
Then you'll be able to give us the answer we're looking for. Will you come over to the office with us now?
Certainly. I'm sure if the letter's there, I can put my hands on it at once.
That's all I want to know. All right, you scrubs. Take a break, but don't leave the field. We'll all be back in a few minutes. And for all we know, Yale may be playing their first game of the season this afternoon.
Any luck, Enza?
No sign of a letter in here. This is a file it should be in, too.
Oh, that's just fine.
Well, are you certain you ordered the game canceled, Coach?
Absolutely. We've got to find that letter. Maybe it was misfiled.
Oh, I doubt it, Coach. We were always very careful. Here's all the correspondence with Middlebury College right in this folder. You can see for yourself that... Wait a minute. What's this?
Find something, Enza?
Yes. It's very strange.
Oh, what is it?
Well, here's the letter we were looking for, but it was never typewritten. See, it's still in Danny Gordon's handwriting. And look here, a scribbled note. Enza, please type and send at once. Oh, good heavens.
What? You mean to say this letter was never sent?
I never saw it before until this minute.
But how could that happen?
Obviously, someone placed it in the files before I saw it.
Well, that does it, Coach.
Yes, sir. I'm afraid we're stuck for the game. If we don't play now, we lose it by forfeit.
Oh, how do you like that? My whole first team is all over the map with a game coming up that we've got to win.
Well, not quite all your first team, Coach. You still have Frank and Bart.
Yes, sir. We're ready to play.
But you can't pitch, Frank. You've already been in for a full game this morning.
Oh, my arm's all right.
No, the coach is right, Frank. It's too early in the season to pitch 2 games in a row.
No, it's no use. We can't hope to beat Middlebury unless we can round up the first string.
Well, then let's do it, sir.
But can we find them in time?
Oh, we can try. Start the second team, and I'll organize a searching point.
You know where to start looking?
Well, Jack Diamond told me he was going fishing out near Green Hill.
And Bob Kendall's having dinner with his father at the inn.
That's right. As for the others, we can round up some freshmen to hunt them down at Maury's, the library, or wherever.
All right, then. I'll go out looking for Jack Diamond.
No. You wait. Wait, Bart. Stay here. I want you to play the whole game. At least we'll have a first-string catcher on hand.
Well, then you better let me go after Jack and Bob, sir. It's important that we get those 2 back as fast as possible.
All right, Frank. Do the best you can.
Right, Coach. Come on, Enza.
Well, let's hurry, Frank. We'll have to hitch up the carriage.
No, don't take the carriage.
What?
That'll take too long. You can borrow my automobile, Frank. You know how to drive it, don't you?
Oh, yes, sir.
Just be careful of it. Watch the brakes.
Oh, yes, sir. I'll take good care of it.
And get a move on. I want you back with Bob and Jack by the 5th inning at the latest. Otherwise, we don't have a prayer.
Well, why in the world should you? It wasn't your fault.
Well, it was, in a way. If I'd only found that cancellation order in time and written the letter to Middlebury, you wouldn't be in this mess.
Well, that's silly. It was Danny Gordon's fault for not giving it to you in person. Besides, there's no point in crying over spilled milk. We got to round up Bob and Jack and get them back to the game in time.
Speaking of Jack, there's no sign of him. Thought he was supposed to be fishing somewhere along that stream.
So Bart said, but I don't see him. Oh, wait.
Huh?
There's a farmer plowing that field over there. We'll ask him if he's seen Jack.
Oh, look out, Frank. We're frightening that plow horse.
Can't help it. He's probably never seen an automobile. He'll calm down.
Hey there! Get that consign gas buggy away from my horse. You like to scare to death.
Sorry, I'll turn off the motor.
That's better. Easy now. Easy, old girl.
I wonder if you could help us, sir. We're looking for someone.
Oh, looking for someone, are you? If I was you, I'd start looking for a horse instead of hiking around the country scaring animals without their contraptions.
Oh, well, did you see anything of a young man fishing in this stream along here?
Nope. Leastways, not exactly.
Well, what do you mean, not exactly?
Well, he wasn't fishing. I guess he was intending to. He carried a fishing pole.
Oh, that must have been Jack, Frank.
Oh, I hope so. Where'd he go?
And he walked up the road toward where the creek bends off up there. Took that lane to your right.
How long ago was that?
Oh, about an hour.
An hour?
I'll give or take a few minutes.
Oh, dear, he's probably gone by now.
You don't know Jack. He's the laziest fisherman in the world, except maybe for Bart. He's probably sitting under a tree down by the stream right now.
Well, we'd better find out.
All right, I'll crank the engine again. Retard the spark for me, Enza.
Right, Frank.
And if you're going to wind that darn thing up again, you'd better get it out of here. My horse ain't as young as she used to be, and she can't stand sudden shocks like that. Now get.
My, this old lane is rough. Maybe we shouldn't have tried to bring the car in this far.
Well, it's too late to turn back now. Anyway, here's the stream just ahead.
I don't see Jack anywhere. Do you?
Not yet, but he must be close by. I'll see if we can make him hear it. Jack! Jack Diamond!
He must have gone farther up the stream.
I hope not. We can't afford to waste any time. Jack!
Oh, there he is, Frank.
Jack, come here, quick!
What y'all trying to do? Scare away the fish?
Come on, we haven't time to fool around. Jump in. We're going back to New Haven.
New Haven? What's the idea? I come out here to fish all afternoon. I haven't even got a nibble yet.
Get in the car. We've got a game scheduled for this afternoon.
A game? How come?
Get in and I'll explain on the way. We've got to hurry.
Let's see, now. I must say, this is a funny way to run a baseball team. I reckon we'd have been a little more leisurely back home at VMI.
Oh, you'll have to back out of the lane, Frank. There's no place to turn around.
I'm afraid you're right. All right, Enta. Retard the sparks now.
Right, Frank.
All right, hang on, everybody. It's going to be a pretty rough going backing up here. Here we go.
Watch it, Frank. Keep those wheels straight.
Those ruts are pretty deep. Hard to steer out of them.
Oh, look out, Frank. That's it.
Now you've gone and done it. We're stuck.
Oh, dear. What'll we do now, Frank?
All right, hang on, everybody. I'm going to give her the gas and pull out of here. It's no use. We'll have to push it. Come on.
Right with you.
You want me to get out too, Frank?
No, turn off the spark coil and keep the wheels straight. Jack and I'll try to push it out.
We hope. Well, let's try.
All right, now together. 1, 2, 3. Point.
It didn't work.
Now, come on, let's try it again.
No, hold it, Jack. We'll never push it out of this ditch. It's too deep.
Oh, dear, what are we going to do?
Wait, I got it. That horse the farmer was plowing with.
He'll never lend you his horse, Frank.
He will if I offer him enough. Wait here. I'll be right back.
Back there, El. Back there. Easy, girl. Easy. Never saw such tomfoolery. Wouldn't happen if you was driving a horse like ordinary folks.
Whoa.
That's fine, sir. Now we'll hitch this rope to the rear axle.
I'll make it fast.
That's good enough. Now, Jack and I will push while your horse pulls. Let her go.
All right, Neil. Get up there. Come on, get up there. Get up. What's the matter, girl? What's the matter there?
What happened?
He won't budge an inch, Frank.
Come on, girl, get. Come on there.
She doesn't put her ears back and stand there.
Yeah, well, I told you it wouldn't work. This horse has got more sense than to pull a contraption like that. Guess there's to blame her.
We're losing valuable time, Frank.
Yes, me, we better try walking back.
Oh, we'd never make it. Anyhow, we've got to pick up Bob at Mountain View Inn. We got to get this car out of here.
Yeah, you won't do it with my horse, mister. I can tell you that right now. I'm plumb scared of this automobile of yours.
Of course, that's it. Just the spark again, Inza. I'm going to crank the car.
All right.
Oh, starting the motor won't help, Frank. The wheels only dig in deeper.
Just watch. Here we go. Sorry, sir, but we had to frighten her a little to get her moving. Much obliged to you.
Well, I never saw such goings on in my life. I have a good mind.
And here's a little something extra for your trouble.
Oh, well, much obliged to you.
Here you are, Frank. The horse is unhitched. Good. Now we've really got to hustle. Better get your animal out of the way, and we're going to crank the car again.
I sure will. Come on, Nell. You ain't made so much money since you was foaled. Let's get out of here.
Hot fly, 100 baht. Got it? Nice work, Bart. Nice work.
Oh, that's the longest third inning I ever played. I thought we'd never get the side out, Coach.
5-run rally. Well, it could be worse. We're only 3 runs behind, thanks to your home run last inning.
Well, maybe we can get those back this time. Come on, Parker. Get a hit. I want my licks this inning.
Look at the stance that boy takes. He'll never get one out of the infield.
Here's the first pitch. Watch it.
Oh, the idiot. Why did he swing at that one? It was way outside.
Short to first. It's one away. Come on, Jennings. Get on base.
Don't expect too much of Jennings. He couldn't hit a basketball.
Well, maybe he'll be lucky, Coach. Here comes the pitch. Watch it, Jennings. Oh, take your base. Look at that. He was hit by the pitch.
Well, it's the only way he'll ever see first base. Now maybe we can do something.
Oh, Carter's up. Are you going to give him the bunt sign, Coach?
What's the use? No matter what I tell him, he'd still strike out. Get your bat, Bart. It's up to you to keep this inning alive.
Yes, sir. Oh, wait. Let's see this. Come on, Carter. Get the wood on it.
Here it goes. What do you know? He hit it.
What a pickup the shortstop made. One out at second.
Run, Carter. Stretch those legs.
Over to first. Oh, it's a double play. Some rally.
What can you expect? Those boys haven't got any experience. But I wish Frank and the others would get here before the game is out of reach.
Oh, don't worry, Coach. If it's humanly possible, Frank will bring them back in time.
He'd better, or we're in for a beautiful drubbing. All right, Bart, come on. Get out there behind the plate and see if you can hold the score down for a couple of more innings.
I'll do my best, sir. Come on, Jack. Let's play a little ball for a change.
Seems like he's been sitting here in front of the inn for hours. What's keeping Jack?
Oh, I don't know. He shouldn't have any trouble finding Bob in there. Hope he hasn't
Oh, wait. Here they come on the run.
Sorry, Frank. I couldn't find them, sir. Oh, for the love of Pete, what's going on? Why didn't the coach say we were playing a game this afternoon?
Never mind now, Bob. Pile him back. We've got to head back as fast as we can make it.
Oh.
All right, all set now, Frank. Hang on. It's going to be a fast trip.
Are you heading down the big hill, Frank?
It's the quickest way back. We've got to take every shortcut we can find.
Boy, this buggy can sure travel. How fast are we going, Frank?
Of course, 30 miles an hour.
30? Hang on to your hat, Bob. Here we go down the hill.
Frank, isn't that a train?
Yes, there's a crossing at the foot of the hill.
That's a fast pace, Frank. You better slow down and let it pass.
What I'm trying to do.
Look, we're going just as fast as ever.
These brakes. I can't.
You mean you can't slow down?
I remember now the coach warned me about the. Watch it, Frank. You'll never make it to the crossing in time. Got to.
Should we try to jump, Frank?
No use, is there? We're going too fast. There's only one thing to do. What's the idea? We're picking up speed. It's our only chance. We gotta beat the train or run smack into it. You'll never make it. It's almost to the crossing. So are we. Hang on tight, Inza.
Frank, look out!
Wow. Boy, I never want to try that again.
Oh, my goodness. I nearly had heart failure.
We barely made it, all right. Hang on, everybody.
Oh, dear. Now what's the matter, Frank?
Sounded like a blowout to me.
That's what it is, Bob.
That's just Jim Dandy. We missed hitting that train by the skin of our teeth. Now we got a flat tire.
Well, this won't hold us up more than a few minutes. Come on, everyone, out of the car and get the tire changed. We're getting to that game if we have to tow the car the rest of the way. Come on, put it over the plate. He can't hit it. Let's see you going there now. You're out. Another big inning for them, Coach. I'm sorry.
All right, never mind, Bart. Get out there and get a few of those runs back.
Frank hasn't shown up yet?
No, Blast had another word from him either. I thought sure he'd show up by the 5th inning, and here it is going into the 7th.
Well, anyhow, Coach, we've got most of the first string back.
Most isn't enough by this time. We've got to get our runs in clusters if we're ever going to overtake Middlebury.
What the devil could have happened to him? Well, he probably had trouble locating Jack and Bob. But don't worry, sir. He'll show up.
He'd better. Ye gods, I hope nothing has happened to my car.
Oh, if I know Frank, sir, he'll get here even if he has to carry your car on his back. All right, gang. Come on, let's get some runs.
There, the new tire's on. All right, Jack, lower the jack. Here she goes.
Well, Frank, look. The new tire's flat, too.
Oh. How do you like that? There's no air in it.
Well, what about a pump? Is there one in the tool chest?
Here, I'll get it. But it won't take us more than a few seconds to pump it up. We're late as it is, but we can still make the last couple of innings if we can get the car started again.
Hey, what's the matter, Jack? Where's that pump? Gosh, doesn't seem to be in here.
It's got to be. Let's look.
Yeah.
Find it, Frank?
Oh, that's funny.
No use, Frank. You just don't have a pump in the car, that's all.
Well, couldn't we run the car anyhow, Frank? We don't care how bumpy it is as long as we get back to the game.
No ends that would ruin the rim before we'd gone any distance at all.
Sure, Frank's right. We're stuck for fast.
You know, I'm beginning to think automobiles are just a passing fad.
Oh, this is the last straw.
Hey, wait a second. You just gave me an idea, Bob.
I did? But I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. Look, you see this grass and these weeds along the side of the road? Start picking them. Come on.
Frank, have you lost your mind? This is no time to pick grass.
Yes, Frank. What's the idea?
Never mind the question. Give me a hand. We need all the grass you can gather. Now get to work.
Well, you heard him. Let's go. I don't know what it's all about, but whatever it is, it'll probably work. Charlie. Take it easy, boy. Make a hitter out of him. Right over here now. He can't see it. Hit it.
Time out, Yale! Hey, Bart, what's the matter with Charlie? Is he losing his control?
He's getting pretty tired, Coach. We need a new pitcher.
We've used 3 already. We haven't got anybody else to put in.
How about me? I bet I can get this next man out.
No, Bart, you're too valuable behind the plate. I guess we'll have to leave Charlie in there and take our chances.
Yes, sir. There's just one more out to go.
Yes, but their best hitter is up, and we're still 2 runs behind. Well, do the best you can. We're going to take a licking anyhow, but we might as well make it close.
Yes, sir.
All right, men, play ball.
Hold, Charlie, in time.
Hey, look. It's Frank. He's got Jack and Bob with him.
At last. Just a second, Dunk. I want to make some substitutions. Well, hey, Kimball.
Yes, sir.
Out to center field. Diamond.
I know, Coach. Shortstop. What about me, sir? I'm ready to pitch if you need me.
If I need you, get out of that mound and get this last man out.
Yes, sir. Come on, Bart. Get down behind that plate.
You bet I will.
Look out, middle
Middlebury, you're going to see some real pitching now. Good, bad, left. Play ball. All right, Frank. Right in here, boy. Here's your target. Let her go. That's the way in there. This bat thinks he's a hitter, Frank. Let him see that fastball now. All the time in the world. Here we go. Beauty! Right across the heart of the plate, Frank. He's going to swing this time. Watch him. Let's see the double shoot. That's it. You're out! Nice going, Frank. He never even saw the ball. That's the one, Bob. Run. It's good for a double, Bob. Right in the second. Hold it at third, Jack. Hold it at third. That's the way. Oh, now we got something going at last.
All right, Bart, you're up. Get those 2 runs in if you can. It'll tie up the game. But don't take any chances. Wait for a good pitch.
Yes, sir, I will. I hope he listens to you, Coach. That Middlebury pitcher's tired, too. Bart can wait him out.
We'll see. Here's the pitch.
Ball one. That's it, Bart. Don't take any bad ones.
Watch this next pitch, Bart. Here it comes.
Ball 2. Hey, Coach, are they walking Bart on purpose?
It looks like it. Probably want to set up the double play.
That's right. Look at the catcher. He's expecting another one outside. Wait him out, Bart.
Yes, it's an intentional pass, all right. Let him pitch to you, Bart. Don't bite on any of those outside pitches.
Here it comes.
All right, Frank, you're up. A single will tie the score.
We need better than a tie, Coach. I'm going to make that pitcher sorry he walked by.
Wait him out, Frank. Don't go for any bad ones.
All right, let's go. Come on, Frank. He's lost his control. Come on, pitch. If it's anywhere near the plate, I'm going to go for it.
Look out, Frank. It's outside.
Here it goes.
Run it out, Merriwell. Run it out. And a boy, Diamond. Come home, Diamond. That's one of them. Come on.
That man's still traveling. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob. 2 runs. We're tied. Come on, Bart. Here comes the winning run. Oh, look at that ball roll. Take it easy, Frank. As you're stuck like that, you can spin the bases on your hands and knees. On his hands and knees? Why, he even had time to do it in a coach's car.
Well, boys, I certainly want to thank you for the great work this afternoon. You had to do it the hard way, but you really pulled that game out of the fire.
You should have seen what we went through to get here on time.
I know. Miss Burridge told me all about your wild ride. Frank, I'm sorry about the breaks, but I tried to warn you.
Well, it was my fault, sir. I should have paid more attention to them before I tried that big hill.
Besides, Coach, it wasn't the brakes we minded so much as it was the pump.
The pump? But I don't have any pump in my toolbox. Didn't I warn you about that?
I guess you forgot to, sir. But don't worry, we found it out for ourselves when we got the flat.
You had a flat tire on top of all the other trouble? Oh, good night. Did you wreck my car?
Don't worry, Coach. Tell him, Frank. Well, sir, we were desperate, so I made everybody pick handfuls of grass, and we stuffed the flat tire with that.
What? You mean you drove back that way?
That's right, Bright. It was a little bumpy, but we made it.
Well, that beats everything. I've heard of autos that run on steam. I've heard of autos that run on gasoline and even on kerosene. But this is the first one I ever heard of that ran on grass.
Yep. The Adventures of Frank Merriwell, starring Lawson Zerbe, going back 77 years, February 26, 1949. Go to classicradio.stream to support the podcast. Next, Edward Arnold as a President of the United States. Which one? That's what you have to figure out. Next.
Did you know that for only $10 you can supplement the food rations of a family of 4 for a whole month? Just send that $10 to CARE, spelled C-A-R-E, New York. CARE guarantees delivery of its packages to 11 different countries in Europe, as well as to India, Israel, and Japan. Don't forget to include your name and address and the name and address of the family you want to receive the CARE package, because CARE is a person-to-person international goodwill service.
Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues now. Edward Arnold as Mr. President. The story of a real-life president. But which one? It's for you to figure out. This episode from 76 years ago, February 26, 1950, so we know it's not Donald Trump or Joe Biden, although well, never mind.
In the newspapers, I can read the handwriting on the wall. I am a complete failure as President of the United States.
Mr. President, starring Edward Arnold and written by Gene Holloway. Mr. President at home in the White House, the elected leader of our people, our fellow citizen and neighbor. These are little-known stories of the men who have lived in the White House. Dramatic, exciting events in their lives that you and I so rarely hear. True human stories of Mr. President.
We'll bring you Mr. President in just a moment. But first, a little about the man who plays this role so realistically. You know, it's no accident that Edward Arnold was chosen for this part. An actor was needed with the aggressiveness of Teddy Roosevelt, the warmth and humility of Abe Lincoln, and the tenacity of Andrew Jackson. Who but Edward Arnold could portray all these characters convincingly? Mr. Arnold was also so enthusiastic about the program that despite his many Hollywood commitments, he determined to be Mr. President. Arnold's personal life parallels that of several of our chief executives. His beginnings were very humble. He achieved his present fame through sheer tenacity and hard work. He typifies that pioneer spirit associated with American presidents. And now, let's listen to Edward Arnold in Mr. President and see if you can name the president upon whom this episode is based.
Here's a story that happened to the president a few years ago. Listen closely and see if you can tell who the president was. England and France were at war, and there was an anxious meeting going on with the president's cabinet.
Gentlemen, the issue is very clear. Do we or do we not want to be involved in a war with England?
I am against anything that would send this country to war again with a foreign power.
But, Mr. President, we have a treaty with France. We can't go back on that.
Treaty or no treaty, we are not in a position to fight a war right now.
In any case, aid does not come with any official sanction from the head of the government of France.
Our sympathies must be with any people fighting for liberty.
Our sympathies are with them. But we cannot not afford to be involved at the present time. I think we should issue a proclamation of neutrality. If we don't, we are going to betray the people of this country.
If we do, we're going to betray the honor of the people of this country.
I don't think we should even receive Genet.
We must receive him. Why, if we did not receive him, public sympathy for France might well rise up in this country and overthrow the government. The people wish to live up to the treaty. Read the papers.
The people do not understand all the issues involved, or how hard put we would be to go to war just now. We could well lose everything in such a fight.
We were very glad to accept the French treaty at the time we made it. I think we should live up to it. We owe France a great deal.
I take exception to that remark. I don't think we owe France half as much as she would like to make us think we owe her.
Mr. President, if you come out publicly in favor of rejecting our treaty with France, you're going to lose whatever public favor you have. I warn you.
I have little left to lose. No one knows that better than I. But when I quit this office, I will quit it knowing that I did my best to serve the people in the way I thought was right. I do not believe I will be serving them if I lead them into war at this time.
Are you going to refuse to receive Genet, then?
No. I'll receive him since you want me to receive him. But I warn you, I intend to try and find a way out of this treaty.
The people are clamoring to go to war with England. Mingle with them. Find out for yourself. Listen to them.
I hear them all the time. I hear the voices of men I saw die on the battlefield. I hear the voices of the mothers that bore them and the women who loved them. The people who want war always shout the loudest. Don't be deceived by them.
I'm a soldier, and I tell you that those who must fight the war are not shouting for it now. I'm sure of that. I insist that we issue a proclamation of neutrality and order that no citizen of the United States engage in the war.
But what about the treaty?
Well, for the time being, let us hold the treaty in abeyance.
Good morning, Madam President.
Oh, good morning, Doctor. I didn't realize you were coming over this morning, or I would have made it a point to be here. I had some errands.
I'm just leaving. Streets are mobbed, aren't they? The people are really turning out to welcome Citizen Genet.
Yes. I understand there's to be quite a demonstration. 3 volleys of artillery.
France will get us into this war yet.
Not if the president can help it. How did you find him?
Nothing serious wrong with him. I just haven't liked the way he's been looking lately.
No, neither have I. He looks tired. And for the first time in his life, he looks old.
What is it? Is the job just getting too much for him?
He seems to feel that the people have lost faith in him, that they don't want him anymore.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
It doesn't seem so ridiculous when you read the newspapers, Doctor, and when you listen to what people are saying. They seem to be attacking him from all sides.
The president has always had opponents, and he's always known how to deal with them.
Yes. Well, now he feels that he has more opponents than he has friends.
But that isn't true.
Perhaps it isn't, but that's what he believes. And it's a sad thing to give your entire life for your country and then feel that they've turned against you.
Well, see if you can cheer him up, huh?
I will.
I'll tell you one thing. I'd love to be a mouse in a corner when he receives Citizen Genet this afternoon.
Monsieur Genet?
Citizen Genet.
Citizen Genet? Would you mind repeating what you just said?
Well, Monsieur le Président, I said I represent the French revolutionary government.
Yes, I understand that. I'm referring to the treaty.
According to the treaty agreed upon between France and the United States back in 1778, the United States guaranteed the rights of France in the West Indies. You know about this treaty, of course.
Yes, I know about the treaty. Please continue. You were about to say that...
The treaty also guarantees that France may use your harbors in time of war.
The treaty does not specifically guarantee that, Monsieur Genet. I am quite familiar with its provisions.
Then you must know that the treaty provides for the use of your harbors.
I beg to differ with you, Monsieur Genet. That is your interpretation of the treaty. It does not specifically provide any such thing.
Am I then to understand that the United States does not intend to abide by her treaty with France?
Monsieur Genet, I cannot answer that question without a great deal of thought and discussion. Your country is at war with England. My country naturally does not wish to get involved in that war.
A treaty is a treaty. An agreement is a thing of honor between nations and gentlemen.
Thank you, Monsieur Genet. I am quite aware of that.
I shall await your answer, Monsieur le Président.
I'll see that you have my answer as soon as possible, Monsieur Genet.
And furthermore, Monsieur le Président, I must inform you that I consider it a deliberate affront to my country that you have the bust of King Louis XVI in your foyer. Good day, Monsieur.
My dear, won't you please sit down? You've been charging up and down the room like a caged lion.
Problems, problems, problems. Sometimes I think that all the forces of this world and the next are leagued against me.
No, I hardly think that, Mr. President.
As if I didn't have enough already. Now this French affair.
Is Mr. Genet correct in his claim?
Monsieur Genet. Well, in a manner of speaking, yes. We do have a treaty with France. But if we live up to it, that means we are siding with France in her war against England and will be at war with England. Well, no matter how I decide to handle it, the people will say I'm wrong. I believe I've lost their confidence.
Why do you say that?
Have you been reading the papers lately? Let me read you what it says in this paper. Quote, If ever a nation was debauched by a man, the American nation has been debauched by the president. End of quote.
Well, that newspaper has always been opposed to your policies. You mustn't be so sensitive.
Oh, I've been counting the days until my term in office was up. It's easy to see the people are counting the days, too. I'm tired. I want to go home. I never wanted to be president. If they had let me alone, I might be remembered in honor by my countrymen. But now, look at the record I'm forced to leave behind me. Attacks, accusations, disgrace.
Now, my dear, you mustn't say that. You are hardly disgraced just because a newspaper says a thing like that.
I have given of my best, and my best has not been enough.
Do you know, it would give that newspaper and your opponents enormous satisfaction if they knew they had already won their victory against you.
Already won their victory? What do you mean?
Well, you're going down in defeat without ever striking a blow. Just because you don't like what they're saying about you, you've decided that the whole country's against you. You're giving them a very easy victory, my dear. I thought I married a fighting man.
Well, you did.
Well, I'd never know it to look at you now.
Oh, there are some things you can't fight, my
This
dear.
isn't one of them.
No, isn't it?
Your job is to be the best kind of president you know how to be, and as long as you're doing that, the people are going to be behind you.
Well, that sounds well, but it isn't necessarily true. Oh, you have a great deal of faith in the people, my dear.
So did you. Once.
Well, now, wait a minute. I still have faith in the people as far as...
Yes, as far as.
The people could turn against you.
All right, suppose they do. They can turn right back again, too.
Are you scolding me?
I most certainly am.
Well, I'll be switched. What do you want me to do?
I want you to carry the day. I want you to go right on doing what's right as you see it and stop worrying about what your opposition has to say.
You know, you're using the same identical tone of voice on me that I used on my troops before I sent them out on the field. And do you know something, my dear? They may have lost a skirmish here and there, but they did carry the day.
So will you, Mr. President.
Madam President, do you know why I married you?
Of course. You told me. Because I was the prettiest girl you ever saw.
Oh, no. No, sir, not a bit of it. I married you because you had the makings of a great general.
Mr. President, why don't you and Alex look through that treaty for a loophole? There's always a loophole if you hunt long enough.
Madam President, where did you learn all the things you know?
Why, from you, Mr. President. From you.
I give up, Alex. I give up. I just don't know what we're going to do. We can't face a war with England now, and yet you heard the cabinet. Some of them seem to think we must go. And they are men of honor.
When I left New York, Genet was being lionized by all our political opponents. They think we'll have to live up to the treaty, that will cause a war. Then the country will turn against you and our party, and they will be in. Genet came to them like a gift from the gods.
Well, it's not going to work. There's some way out of this, and I'm going to find it. Yes, I'm busy.
I'm sorry to disturb you, but dinner's been announced 3 times, and if you don't come and eat it, it's not going to be fit to eat.
Oh, I'm sorry, my dear. We didn't hear it announced.
We were so immersed in this problem of the treaty with France.
You have it all figured out by now, haven't you?
Figured out by now. Listen to her, Alex.
I wish her faith in us was justified by our achievements.
My dear, these things take a great deal of time and thought. Women don't understand things like this. It isn't easy to cope with these affairs of national importance.
Isn't that odd? I would have thought it was very easy. You're quite right, my dear. Women don't understand things like this. Because I would have thought that you didn't really have a problem at all.
It's a very serious problem.
Indeed it is.
Yes. Treaties are very difficult things for a woman to comprehend. I thought you had no problem because, well, after all, the treaty was made with King Louis XVI, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Let's go down to dinner. Now that you've mentioned it, I am famished, and I'm sure Alex is.
Yes, love. Now, you see how foolish I am. I thought because the treaty was made with King Louis, and since he was beheaded by the revolutionists, and Mr. Genet is here as a representative of the revolutionist government, that any treaty made with the royalist government would naturally have no longer any validity.
Well, of course, things like that are too deep for... Alex, did you hear what she said?
Did I hear it? I'm speechless. That just might work. It just might work.
Now, come on, let's have dinner before it gets cold.
Madam President, do you realize you may have solved the treaty question? You may have found our loophole for us.
Have I? Well, that's nice, dear. Now, hurry along, or the roast beef won't be fit to eat.
Alex will go to work on this right after dinner. Maybe this is our way out. Madam President, would you mind if I kissed you on the cheek?
Mr. President, I'd love it.
In just a moment, we'll come back to Edward Arnold and Mr. President.
1 to a customer. That's the score when it comes to hearts. But there are 21 kinds of heart disease waiting to attack that one heart we each have. And these diseases make heart trouble our leading cause of death. This is a record too appalling to be ignored. We must act. And act we can by contributing to the 1950 Heart Campaign. Our dollars make it possible to conduct research against disease of the heart and blood vessels, to make facts available to the public, and to set up community heart programs where and when they're needed. Our contributions to the Heart Campaign are the best possible protection for ourselves and for those we love. Remember, heart disease knows no class distinction. It strikes rich and poor, young and old. It's our leading death dealer. So support your local Heart Campaign. And now back to Edward Arnold and Mr. President.
Well, have you guessed who the president was when all this happened? It really did happen, you know, so listen closely. The crisis with France smoldered and seemed about to burst into flames at any moment. The opposition newspapers screamed that the president was turning a deaf ear to the cause of liberty. People started wearing the tricolor, and public sympathy seemed to be overwhelmingly with France. The president wrote, "I believe it is the sincere wish of the United Americas to have nothing to do with the political intrigues or the squabbles of European nations, but on the contrary, to exchange commodities and live in peace and amity with all the inhabitants of the earth." The people read his words, Congress read them, his cabinet read them, tempers grew shorter and blood hot.
How can we dare to turn our backs on our obligations to France, particularly in view of the fact that she is fighting for the cause dearest to the American heart, the freedom of man? The president is disgracing and humiliating our country.
I think the president is right. We're in no position to go to war right now. We have no quarrel with England. England is not trying to invade France. France declared war on England.
The issues were muddled. People weren't quite sure what it was all about. But the Marseillaise had a thrilling ring to it, and liberty, equality, fraternity was a magnificent phrase. They forgot that the phrase and the song meant one thing when they were the heartbeat of Frenchmen fighting for the liberation of France, and they were quite another thing sung by the French soldiers on the way to England. The president pondered all of these things in his heart, and finally he sent for Charles Genet.
Well, Monsieur le Président, I am happy that you find the time for me at last.
Well, the issues are grave, Monsieur Genet.
Citizen Genet.
Citizen Genet? They take a good deal of thought.
I trust you are going to live up to your treaty with France, Monsieur le Président.
Citizen Genet, I have discussed this problem with my cabinet at some length. In our opinion, we have no treaty with the French government now in existence.
You have no treaty? You certainly do have a treaty. It is there in black and white for anyone to read.
Our treaty was with the King of France. The king is dead.
Your treaty was with the French government.
The French government with whom we made the treaty is dead too, Citizen Genet.
Monsieur, have you read the newspapers?
I read them constantly, Citizen Genet.
The newspapers are clamoring for support of France. They want to fight beside us against our common enemy, but you and only you stand between this country and war, Monsieur le Président.
Are you presuming to explain my country to me, Citizen Genet?
Someone must do it. Did you not hear the gun salute that greeted me when I arrived? Did you not hear the church bells? Did you not hear the scream of the multitude?
Yes, I heard them. And I thought at the time how like children they are in their enthusiasms and in their tributes. They have a common bond with the people of France, for they too fought for liberty and equality and fraternity. And because they love France, I do not intend to let them be betrayed.
You are the President of the United States.
Is it not your duty to do the will of the people?
Yes, but it is also my duty to protect them and counsel them, which is what I'm trying to do now. You say all the people want war. On my desk, you will find a paper signed by many of the residents of this very city, commending me for my stand on the Neutrality Proclamation.
Is this your final word? You absolutely refuse to honor the treaty?
I do, as far as permitting you to use our harbors as shelters for your privateers.
Very well, Monsieur le Président. Then I warn you. I shall go to the people and appeal directly to them. It is not inconceivable that a revolution could be born in America, too, and your government overthrown.
Monsieur Genet, your papers will be returned to you. You are no longer welcome in this country.
Perhaps you are no longer welcome, Monsieur le Président. We will see what the people have to say.
Oh, good morning, Alex. I was hoping you'd be here early for the cabinet meeting. I want to compliment you on the series of articles you've published on the reasons for the proclamation of neutrality. I think they have done a great deal of good.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I've been waiting for the people to arrive with Monsieur Genet at the head of them and drag me through the streets of the city as he threatened. But so far, no one has come.
No, Genet has failed to overthrow the government. But he has accomplished one thing. He has a ship ready to sail from Philadelphia in open violation of the Neutrality Proclamation.
I've heard rumors about that.
I think we should put up a battery, if necessary, to stop that sailing.
It will never sail.
Why do you say that?
I just don't believe it will. Genet has ceased to alarm me. He talks far too much. And a man who talks too much is always his own undoing. I'm going to tell the cabinet today about my conversation with Genet and my orders that he return to France, and see what they have to say about that. Well, gentlemen, that about sums up the conversation. In substance, I have ordered Citizen Genet out of the country.
You know, I am reminded of a cartoon that was in the paper the other day, which showed that a guillotine might be used on a president as well as a king, when he begins to act like one.
By all that's holy, I've stood enough. You've gone too far, sir. To dare suggest, as you have been by constant implication, that I want to be king of this country. I would rather be in my grave than be in my present situation. I have fought for this country, for our ideals, risked my life many times over, and was proud to risk it. When you came and asked me to be president, I refused the office repeatedly, but everyone insisted until, against my better judgment, I accepted. And now you dare suggest for one moment that I want to be king? For my country, I want only one thing: security and the liberty they fought for. For myself, I want only one thing: peace in which to end my days. It's impossible for me to function as president of this country. No man can function as president without the faith of the men he's trying to work with and the people he's trying to work for. Good day, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the Cabinet, I suggest we support the President and approve his instruction that Genet be recalled.
Mr. President. Mr. President.
Yes, what is it?
There are several notes here from members of the cabinet. I think they are apologies.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
And you will never guess who has been waiting for hours to see you.
Who?
Citizen Genet.
Oh, I'm not up to coping with Genet right now.
He's been waiting so long. And do you know what he did when he came in?
What?
The bust of King Louis XVI was crooked on its pedestal, and Citizen Genet straightened it.
I don't really want to see him today.
Now, you've sat in here moping long enough. You've got to get back to work. After all, you're the President of the United States.
No one seems to care about that.
Oh, yes, they do. The Cabinet cares, and the people care, and I care. Just because you've had a fight with the Cabinet, you can't let the people suffer.
Well, the people don't believe in me any longer.
You're wrong. The people are angry with Monsieur Genet for the way he spoke to you, and the bands have stopped playing the Marseillaise, and I didn't see one person wearing a tricolor in the whole city today. I think that the French vogue is over.
Do you really think so?
I really do. Now, suppose I send Monsieur Genet in to see you, Mr. President.
Well, I suppose I should get back to work. No, I lost my temper in the cabinet meeting. I shouldn't have done that.
Oh, I disagree. Personally, I think that was one of the wisest things you ever did. It cleared the air. Now, let me send Genet in. You may go in, Monsieur Genet.
Thank you, Madam President. Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Good afternoon, Citizen Genet.
Mr. Genet, if you please, Mr. President.
Mr. Genet?
That is how I would like it, Mr. President. Sir, I owe you a very great apology, and I don't even know how to begin it. I was completely out of order to speak to you as I did.
Well, now, I'm glad to hear you say that, Citizen Genet. I mean, Mr. Genet.
I could never turn the people against you. I found that out. Your people love you, Mr. President. You may have political enemies, but the people are with you. I won't deny that I have been through a certain amount of suffering to find this out.
Mr. Genet, you have made me very happy by telling me this.
Well, then, Mr. President, in return, would you do me a very great favor? Would you permit me to remain in America?
Permit you to remain?
As a private citizen and as an American. Quite frankly, Mr. President, if I do go home, they will surely execute me because I have failed so completely in my mission.
Oh, they will they?
Ah, yes. Only in this country is a man given a second chance. Monsieur President, would you please give me one?
Well, suppose we let bygones be bygones and see what happens. We can always use good citizens in this country.
I will do my best to be a very good citizen.
Then welcome to America, Mr. Genet.
Thank you with all my heart, Mr. President.
Well, you've probably figured out by now who the president was when all that happened. It really did happen, you know, and you'll have the answer in just a moment.
You'll know the news inside and outside when you hear Walter Winchell tonight over these same ABC stations. And when it's news styled the Winchell way, it's also 15 minutes of exciting news exclusives and exposés. From coast to coast, this dynamic commentator with the famous machine gun delivery gives listeners the lowdown on the week's highlight happenings. Winchell not only brings you news that's currently making history in America, he brings you news that's happening now, today, in Paris, London, Rome, and other leading news capitals of the world. So don't forget, for a forthright, vigorous commentary on the news of the week, listen when Walter Winchell reports tonight over these same ABC stations. And now back to Edward Arnold and Mr. President.
What do you think I have here?
I can't imagine.
An invitation to a wedding. Mr. Genet is marrying one of George Clinton's daughters.
No, well, that's nice. You know, he settled down beautifully in this country.
He gave us a bad time for a while, though.
But that's all in the past now.
You gave me a bad time, too.
Me?
I'm sure that no wife ever had a harder time convincing her husband that he was going to be first in the hearts of his countrymen. Mr. Washington.
Be with us again next week, won't you, for another interesting story that happened in Washington a few years ago to Mr. President. Until then, goodbye.
This program is produced and directed by Dick Wellen. Edward Arnold can currently be seen in the Paramount picture Dear Wife. Mr. President was created by Robert G. Jennings. Today's story was based on incidents in the life of President George Washington.
Be sure to listen again next week when the American Broadcasting Company and its affiliated stations bring you Edward Arnold with another interesting and factual story of Mr. President. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.
76 years ago, February 26, 1950, Edward Arnold as Mr. President here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Up next, and going back all the way back to the first president. Yeah, there were a bunch. Up next, Claudia.
You know, this is still the season for carefree holidays and vacations. But don't be carefree on the highway. With roads jammed with traffic, this is the time to be extra careful when driving. When you plan a trip, be sure to allow plenty of time so that you won't be forced to drive too fast or too long. When you get tired at the wheel, you lose your skill and your judgment. So don't drive too many hours at a stretch. Plan your trip so that you can stop frequently and get plenty of rest. And when you start that trip, resolve that you're going to obey traffic laws and regulations. Don't gamble with safety. Remember, the life you save may be your own.
Be extra careful. Up now, let's have an episode of Claudia to wrap everything up here. This episode of Claudia goes back 78 years, February 26, 1948.
Your Coca-Cola bottler presents Claudia. Claudia, based on the play and novels by Rose Franken. Brought to you, transcribed Monday through Friday by your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola. Relax, and while you're listening, refresh yourself. Have a Coke. And now, Claudia.
David, you're not gone yet. Where are you? David, are you still here? Darling, you haven't left. Darling?
What is it? What's up?
Oh, I thought you'd gone to the office.
Why, anything the matter?
No, except I was lonesome already.
You deserve a scolding.
I do? Why? Because I'm lonesome for you? Can't help it.
No, that's not it.
What else have I done?
You don't trust me at all.
I don't? Since when?
You have absolutely no faith in me whatsoever.
Not a bit. Why?
Do you think that I'd leave this house in the morning and go to the office without saying goodbye to you?
Yes?
You're right. I would.
You would. You never have.
I haven't? Well, remind me to someday.
I won't.
Mrs. Norton, do you know that you're a particularly beautiful girl this morning?
Girl? I'm almost a mother.
This is one of the longest almosts I've ever heard about.
It's less than 5 months now and a little bit more than 4 to go.
You make it sound so complicated.
But you'd never know, would you?
You'd never know what?
That I'm going to have a baby.
I know. Mama knows, Bertha knows, Fritz knows, Roger knows, Reggie and...
I know they all know, but they know because they do. I met the man on the street.
The man on the street what?
He doesn't know.
Well, I should hope not.
I mean, you couldn't tell just by looking at me, could you?
Oh, no. Of course not.
Really, modern science is marvelous. Here I am, practically about to be a mother, and the man on the street doesn't know. At least not from looking at me.
Darling, it's not modern science. It's your imagination.
What is?
Skip it.
I can't wait for the end of June to creep up on us.
Well, 9 o'clock is creeping up faster. I better be getting underway.
We've been married over 6 months, darling, and it gets more wonderful all the time. Just think by the time we're 60, it'll be so wonderful I'll just bust.
Well, that's something to look forward to.
It is. Will you call me?
When? When you're 60 and bust?
You know what I mean.
Darling, what's gotten into you this morning? First, you think I left the house without saying goodbye, and then you think I'm going to spend the whole day without calling you. And I've never committed either one of those crimes.
Something's got into me. Except I love you. Will you call?
I will not.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't call such a forward girl as me either. I've got some nerve asking you, haven't I?
You have?
Will you call?
I won't.
David, you're joking.
I'm not.
All right, then don't. See if I care.
I'll see if you care. Now, goodbye.
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 Is that all I get?
What have you done to deserve more?
Nothing. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
It's wonderful being a wife. I wouldn't be anything else. Goodbye.
Claudia, isn't there anybody who sells persimmons nearer to where we live?
Nobody.
Just because David called you 6 times today and because you love him and he loves persimmons, I have to tramp all the way over to First Avenue and heaven knows what street in order to get them for him.
Any objections?
Not one. I think it's wonderful.
Mama.
What now?
How do I look?
You look fine. Why?
Is that all? Just fine?
You prefer to look some other way?
No, but I mean, you don't notice anything about me.
Claudia, what are you talking about?
Nothing. If you don't notice, that's all I wanted to know.
As a matter of fact, I've never seen you look so well. Having a baby seems to agree with you.
You think it's having a baby that makes me look well?
I think it's a very good reason, don't you?
Well, I don't know. David says I don't look any different at all.
David's very sweet.
I don't feel a bit different.
No reason why you should.
And I don't intend to until I'm practically in the hospital.
Well, nobody can say your attitude isn't an optimistic one.
Well, here we are, Mama. Here's the fruit store.
Tiny. Practically only a window.
Good morning, good morning. What can I do for you today?
Persimmons, too.
2 for 25 and ripe. You can eat them tonight.
Oh, they are wonderful and soft and gushy. They'll be delicious.
I give you 3 for 25.
3? Oh, but there's only 2 of us. Mama doesn't like them.
I give you 3. 1 for your husband, 1 for you, and 1 for the baby.
For the baby?
For the little baby that will come. With my compliments for good happiness. I get you the bag.
But the baby. Mama, how did he know?
I didn't tell him.
Neither did I. And David said Mama, how do I look? Tell me.
You're going to have a baby in 4 or 5 months. You look very well.
Oh, then I do look.
Do what?
Well, then it does make a difference.
It's bound to. It should.
I never thought it did. David hasn't said... And I didn't notice.
It's all right. It's as it should be.
Here you are. 3. He will be beautiful. Come again soon.
We will, and thank you very much.
Claudia, what's the matter?
Oh, nothing.
Come on, what's eating you?
Mama, I just realized. The baby will make a difference.
Of course it will. It'll make a very big difference.
In every way. I'm starting to look different. I'm starting to feel different. Just think I'm not going to be only David's wife anymore. I'm going to be his children's mother, too.
What did you expect to be, their aunt?
It'll change things between David and me, won't it?
In a way.
But I don't want them changed. I want them just the way they are. I like them this way.
You like your cake and you like to eat it, too. I know you.
Mama, is it awful? But I'm a little scared.
I think that's the nicest part of it.
I don't. This morning it was just the 2 of us, David and me. It was wonderful. But now, since even the fruit man knows about the baby, it's not the 2 of us anymore, and it's sort of different. I wonder if David will mind.
Darling, anything the matter tonight?
No, why should anything be the matter?
Well, you've been so quiet. Hardly said a word since dinner.
Haven't I? I hadn't noticed.
Well, I have. These less verbal moments of yours are quite an occasion.
Good or bad?
Oh, terrible. I prefer you nice and talkative, even if you don't say anything. Just you. Just the way you are.
What way am I, David?
Oh, not very bright, not very beautiful, not very quiet, but very just the way I want you.
That's nice.
Aren't you feeling well, Claudia?
I'm feeling fine. Why shouldn't I feel fine?
No reason, except I just want to be sure.
David, why didn't you tell me?
Tell you what.
Nothing.
Come over here.
Why?
Sit on my lap.
Oh, darling, you don't have to. I'm too heavy to sit on your lap.
Oh, since when?
Just since
Must be since today. Last night you didn't think you were too heavy.
last night, I didn't think.
Well, you don't have to feel so bad about it. You don't usually. Now, come on. Come on, sit down here on my lap. Now, what is it? Why didn't I tell you what?
That I'm going to have a baby.
That you're what? Remember, you told me, and this has been going on for months.
I didn't mean it that way. I meant that... Why didn't you tell me that it's changed me?
Well, has it?
David, of course it has. You don't have to pretend. The little Greek man who sold me the persimmons, he knew.
Well, he's not blind, is he?
I have changed. It does show. David, you never told me.
Well, darling, if you must know the truth, I haven't noticed. I'm so used to looking at you that I don't even look at you anymore. In a way.
I don't know if I mind that or not. All I do know is, David, is it going to make any difference to you?
Of course not. What?
My being a mother and not just your wife.
Well, I don't quite understand. Should it make a difference?
Well, it might. It won't be just the two of us anymore, and I won't look like me for a while. And there'll be lots of other sorts of changes, too.
Claudia, darling, is it going to make you feel different towards me?
Me towards you?
Mhm.
Oh, David, I'll still hate to see you go to the office in the morning. I'll still want you to call me up 10 times a day. I'll still... But it'll be different, no matter what we say.
Of course. You know, Claudia, I've been thinking the same sort of things.
What sort of things?
Well, if it's going to make you feel any different toward me.
No, that's absurd.
Well, is it? You start thinking about it now. Taking care of the baby will take a lot of your time. We won't be as free as we are now, and you'll have someone else to look after and love as much as you love me. Perhaps more.
Never more.
It might make a great deal of difference.
I won't let it, David.
You'll have to let it. And I want you to let it. We both will. At least I think we both will.
I guess that as long as it's both of us willing it together, then it's all right.
Sure, it's all right. Anything that's both of us, darling, is wonderful. It's the best.
It's funny. This morning I knew I was having a baby. I knew it, but I never thought about it. Or thought about how it might change you and me. I didn't think anybody else could tell. Now, tonight, now I know, everybody can know, and it makes all the difference in the world.
What kind of a difference? A good difference?
What do you think? Oh, David, he's going to grow up to be tall and strong and just like you. And no matter how much I love him, I'm sure it'll make me just love you more.
Me too. You know what I've been thinking all day long?
What, darling?
I wish that we would hurry up and have him.
Oh, hurry up. I'm hurrying up all I can. Oh, darling, it's months and months and months yet. Oh, David, why does it have to take such an awfully long time?
This broadcast of Claudia was supervised and directed by William Brown Maloney. When unexpected company drops in, you heave a sigh of relief if you know there's plenty of Coca-Cola in the house. It's mighty sensible to keep a good supply of Coke on ice now that there's plenty to go round again. For nothing spells hospitality as surely as delicious ice-cold Coca-Cola. And nothing could be easier on your pocketbook and your energies. Every day, Monday through Friday, Claudia comes to you transcribed with the best wishes of your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola. So listen again tomorrow at the same time. And now this is Joe King saying au revoir. And remember, whoever you are, whatever you do, wherever you may be, when you think of refreshment, think of Coca-Cola. For ice-cold Coca-Cola makes any pause the pause that refreshes.
There you go. Going back 78 years, February 26, 1948, Claudia, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. And we'll end up the week with episodes of Lum and Abner, Jack Benny, and Jack's wanting to watch wrestling. Problem is TV broke. That happens. Ezra Stone and the Aldrich family, and they're going to have... it's going to get crazy. And X-1 and Claudia. That's all tomorrow. Hope you will be with us and be with us each and every day right here for more Classic Radio Theater. Have yourself a great day. I'm Wyatt Cox.